So as y'all know, last week we did our all-time rankings, top 30, which concluded our off-season ranking series. We did every position in the NBA currently, all-time, like I said. We capped it off with episode 50. And today we're going to change things up finally and do a tier list of every NBA team ahead of next season.
Thank goodness. Listen, I was ranked out. We ranked 150 things. No,
Damn.
like 180.
180.
That's a lot of rankings. I can't do this for too much longer.
Yeah, ranking is cool and all that, man, but putting people in teams, as we're going to do today, into tier lists is a lot more fun, a lot easier, but we're still going to get into a lot of interesting conversation nonetheless.
For sure. Yeah. It's like the only way I know how to think about basketball for the last month and a half has just been like, who's better, this guy or this guy?
Facts. Exactly.
But yeah, so like I said, last week was episode 50, and the reception to that all-time list was like the craziest thing we've had on our channel yet. It's been 5 days since we posted that. It has like 120K views. By far, it's on the way to being by far our biggest episode ever. People love the fact that we were in person. It was great.
Appreciate y'all.
Amazing.
Yeah, people were obsessed with Don's knitted polo.
Listen, if there's one thing about, I love a good knitted polo. I will mess one up. I will listen. That's my stuff. That's my bag.
Hey, listen, every single viewer appreciated you for it. They loved it.
Listen, I appreciate the appreciation. Right. Shout out to y'all. I might have to start wearing some more knitted polos on the show.
It's gotta be your thing.
I'm about to start doing it.
It's gonna be a uniform every episode, knitted polo. Every episode Don wears knitted polo, and every episode Don rants. That's gotta be the new thing.
Listen, we're gonna sell TD3 branded knitted polos come season 2. Like that's
hard.
Listen, that's hard. On the rollout. That's on the rollout.
That is hard.
Did we just do something?
That's crazy. Let's get into this tier list.
Let's do it.
Ooh. This is gonna be great. And I think let's go right now. We're looking at the screen. I think these teams are in alphabetical order. Let's just go straight into it one by one, so we have a good little mixture of quality of teams.
So it's straight screw me first. Okay, cool.
Yeah, straight to the Hawks. Let's dig deep your insecurities right away.
All right. So we're going A through F, correct?
Or cool. S as well.
S,
my bad. Yeah. S.
How about you, Don? Mo, you get the first input.
Thank you.
All right, so for the audio listeners, we're going S through F. F obviously being the worst. Now, me as an Atlanta Hawks fan, you can feel all types of ways. You could feel underrated. You could feel overrated. You could feel depressed. You could feel happy. Like me. If you're like me, you've completely detached. And you now have zero expectations on your team whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You love
your business.
You love
mind your business.
You are rapper Trae Young to the end. You have not detached from anything.
And for me, being detached to the Hawks' success, Trae Young's success is different. The Hawks' success, I'm going to place this team as a C. That's where they belong. I want to put them at B because they're still interesting to me. But I'm going to put them at C. I don't want to go ahead. I don't want to go ahead and add more pressure or anything like that to them. They haven't made any serious moves. If they would have traded for Pascal Siakam, even though I don't think it would have been a good trade, they could have been B. They ain't do shit. They were rolling with the same exact roster, minus John Collins, and they had I can rant about this team for ages, bro. Spacing got better. They will be B, but for now, C.
Yeah, they're definitely C for sure. They're the definition of C. Every time we do any type of rankings, tier list, anything of the sort, and the Hawks come up, we're immediately like, average, mid as fuck. That's just that's our interpretation of the Hawks in every facet.
I feel like in the 2010s, we've never seen anything more mid ever in all categories of life. Like, we've never seen anything like this, bro.
Nobody's ever been mid quite as much as the Hawks have been mid in any facet of the world. I didn't even clarify. So this tier list is based off how good we think this team will be next season. So it's projecting. So the title of this video says we're tier listing every 2024 NBA team. So that's the goal here is how good we think they're going to be in the following season based off what we saw last year and the changes they made in the offseason.
Listen, you could have told me last year, next year, 2 years from now, the Hawks are still going to be C. Like this, they're just going to be mid for a long time unless a major move happens. Like Mo said, listen, they could have traded for Pascal Siakam, like Mo said, but they did not. They still have this weird backcourt that really doesn't make sense. Quinn Snyder was low-key cooking, though, at the end of last season. So I think they have potential. But when I look at everybody else in the East, I think I trust a lot of other teams and their infrastructure and what they have right now. So I'll put the Hawks at C. Play in team incoming. We'll see if you guys can win 2 games.
Do you want a double or nothing? You still owe me my money.
Yeah.
You know what? No, I don't want even double or nothing. Do you want an other bet?
No, we will double or nothing right now.
What are you betting? That they're not going to make the playoffs again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm playing. No. I actually believe in them a little bit more this year.
I was gonna say I'm mostly joking about how ass they are. They are mid, but I think, like Donovan said, Quinn Snyder was cooking in the second half of the year. I think we owe it to each team to give them a little bit of commentary besides just saying they're ass. And listen, they have 2 really talented defensive centers. You're always going to have one of them on the court at all times. You have 2 high-quality ball handlers. They don't play well together, per se. Well, they don't play horrible, but they're not complementary together. But you can always have one on the court at all times. With John Collins gone, you have more reps to give to your young, interesting wings in Jalen Johnson, AJ Griffin. If you want to call DeAndre Hunter interesting still, you can throw him in there.
And along with that, you have a lot more spacing on the court. Throughout Trae Young's entire tenure as an Atlanta Hawk, he had the worst spacing statistically on the court that he's ever had, bro. He played with Kent Bazemore. He played with the corpse of Vince Carter. All right. And even those guys were better shooters than what we had last year alongside Trae Young. So
thinking about healthy DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Collins, Capella. That's horrific spacing. That's horrible.
And DeJounte's shooting didn't even make sense, bro. I almost want to call him a fake shooter, but he shot better off of the dribble from 3 than like regular catch and shoot threes, which tells me like rhythm shooter, like that's fine. He's not a fake shooter or anything like that, but it's just like they have a lot of work to do. Bogey coming in healthy helps a lot. I don't know where Coach Snyder.
Oh yeah, Bogey. I forgot about Bogey too.
Yeah, exactly. That's a part of the reason why we also had like terrible spacing, because this man was in and out, or mostly out of the lineup. Yeah, exactly, because of injuries and stuff like that. But
no.
I want to put them B.
No.
I want to put them B.
Don't do it.
The point of this tier list. The point of this tier list is projecting for next season what we think.
Oh my goodness.
I'm confident this season's gonna be better next year. If we were talking about last year, C. Maybe D based on expectations. But now that I'm talking through it, I think they're going to be better next year.
Did I just talk myself into delusion? Did I just talk you into delusion?
Honestly.
What are we doing?
I want to say B because we are going to see a different version of Trae Young. I honestly believe.
I don't know. I think Trae Young's Trae Young. I don't care about that. But I just think once I thought about how bad the spacing was and how much better it can be this year, and just how much went wrong for them last year health-wise, and how much interesting young guys they have coming into the pipeline that can help around the edges, I think they'll be B next year. I believe in Quinn Snyder.
I'm so disappointed.
Absolutely.
They've given us no indication that over 82 games they will be above average. Like, do any one of y'all think? Because when I think about like B, A, and S, I'm thinking about teams that aren't going to be in the play-in and teams that actually have a legitimate chance to at least make like the conference finals. I do not feel that way with Atlanta.
Okay, so you said 2 things there. You said they've given us no indication they can be above average. I think they have, and it's what we saw with Quinn Snyder and how their offense recovered, like you said. I think that's the indication that they can be better. And when we talk about the roster moves they made and how the team they constructed, like Mo said, plus that, I think that's the indication. And as far as the part where you said what each tier means to you and can they make the conference finals, I view it as S tier is the best teams in the league. That's obvious.
Yeah.
A is like second tier contenders. No worries them falling out of the playoffs. They're going to be in that mix. We'll see those teams become. And I think B is like a really solid playoff team. And I think that's a fair, it's a fair thing to call the Hawks next year, I think.
A really solid playoff team that could make noise, and if they were to go on a run, it wouldn't shock you necessarily. You wouldn't stumble off your seat and be like, wow, that makes sense. And you could see a very viable world where that happens. We've seen it happen before. It's not insane to say you could see it happen again.
It's only shocking. Like, if they make the conference finals, they're going to have to go through either Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, or Cleveland.
They've done that before.
I don't think if they play Philly, okay, fine. You got me. You called it, right?
They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the play-in, was it a year and a half or 2 years ago or something like that?
Who cares? That was before the guy.
That was pre-Donovan Mitchell, for sure.
That's what we're doing.
That's not an accomplishment.
Okay.
You beat Ricky Evan Mobley? Great.
everybody was hurt. Everybody was hurt on that Cavs team as well. Like that Cavs team before they got Donovan Mitchell was good. And then they went through just injury after injury after injury. And it was Darius Garland by himself playing offense. And so I think that and like we'll talk about this later, but I think that the Cavs are going to be much better this season. And I just find it hard to believe that the Hawks are going to be on this deep run going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say they're A. I think if you're predicting a deep run, that's A tier. I don't think B tier necessarily has to be that.
I would have them more at the top. I would feel more comfortable with them at the top of the C range rather than even at the bottom of B range.
For a team like the Atlanta Hawks, if you're gonna have bad spacing, and have two players who are ball dominant, that's just a chemical for disaster. That's just like an easy recipe for disaster, But now you still have two players who are super ball dominant. If they're going to continue to play like that, you'll fly and you'll catch some W's because just naturally you're going to acquire so much touch on the court, and then Bogey's going to be open.
AG's going to be open.
Sadiq Bey, you will definitely catch some W's, a lot more W's. It's a 3-point shooting league, and they were one of the worst in the entire NBA
team right now.
We're spending so much time. I know. B.
Listen, end of the day,
Donovan,
I know you hate them. You got outvoted, bitch. Deal with it.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Next team, the Boston Celtics. What do y'all think?
A
or S? I think I want to put them A though. Maybe S.
How exclusive are we going to be with this S tier?
What?
How exclusive are we going to be with this S tier? Because
I'm very exclusive with the S tier.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be like the top 3 teams in the league? Okay, so I think they probably deserve to be S tier. Like, making deep runs every year, obviously, is a disappointment a lot of the times. But when you're in the conference finals every year, you make it to a finals year before last. Their floor is conference finals at this point. I think that's an S tier team.
You think conference finals is an S tier team?
Yeah, I mean, unless we're just going to put the Nuggets and whoever that other top team in the league is in your perspective.
My only issue is that I'm projecting, and I can see exactly what will be the cause and main issue of their downfall, and that main root is still not solved. Maybe it has been, but that's because we haven't seen Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown progress in playmaking yet or whatever. But all signs point towards that not happening.
Okay, so my question, Donovan, you can answer this first.
Okay.
Do you think they're going to be a better team next year after the moves they made to get KP and send out Marcus Smart?
Better? No. But only because for them, better means winning a championship. And
well, no, don't even focus on results. Just think about the team and what they're bringing to the table.
No, I think they'll be about the same. The concerns that I have for them is they still have as many injury concerns as they did last season. Brogdon is still there, who they couldn't trade because he was hurt.
That was crazy. I forgot about that.
Exactly. Brogdon is always hurt. KP is always hurt. And you traded people, right? So you traded people away to go get KP. So now you have less depth than you had before. And I just the Jaylen Brown thing, his playmaking, his ball handling is kind of weird. We're probably not going to see Jason Tatum be this insane passer. They still have, and we've been saying it all offseason, they still have the same issues that they had last year.
Yeah.
Robert Williams is always hurt as well. So I don't think that they are going to get better. I think for them, literally, the only way that we can say if they got better is if they get over the hump, get back to the finals, and win a championship. And so,
but that's very possible, right? Like, they were in it 2 years ago. Last year, 1 game away. Like, it wouldn't be shocking at all if they made it. Like, it wouldn't. If I said they were the favorites to get out of the East, would that be shocking to you?
No, and I would have them. For me, I have them as my favorites to get out of the East, but I don't. But
they
gotta be S tier then. Come on, they gotta be S then.
You're trapped.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
the favorites in the conference are S tier.
It's trying to be as selective as possible with this tier, and the only reason why I have them in A is because I don't trust them. I don't trust them to be at that top level because I don't think that they are as good as some of the other teams that are going to be in the S tier. So
I'll put it this way.
but
I
you
think
know you're
if
right
you have
though.
an
You're right.
extremely realistic
You're
chance
right.
of being in the finals, and if I can say I think they'll be in the finals and you won't be shocked, I think they gotta be S tier.
You're right. If I have them as my favorites to get out the East, we have to put them in S. I'll give you that.
Let's go.
I'll give you
That's
that.
solid. Yeah, the Boston Celtics are super interesting because they strengthened up on all of the things that they didn't need necessarily to strengthen up. They got KP.
They fixed all the wrong problems.
They fixed all the problems that they didn't even need to fix, bro. Like
That's
you got
interesting.
KP, cool. The only difference between him and all the other elite shooters you have is he shoots like a couple steps like further, and also he's tall as fuck. That's it,
Yeah.
And when it comes to
Well,
defense,
it kind of helps if Al Horford and Robert Williams are always hurt, and you can kind of get, and also you have this like dilemma of, do we want Robert Williams with like the defense and the rim protection, or do we want Al Horford with the shooting? You get a little bit of both with KP, and so if he's there, then you can put him in the lineup, have a little bit more flexibility, have a little bit more creation, like at the front of the lineup.
Yeah,
it helps.
You could say that they now have the best wing duo in the league and the best front court rotation with those three guys. That's a really strong place to start. And then you have Derek White, who's a really solid point guard. Obviously, you don't have the backup point guard you'd want, but that's a strong foundation. And I like what Mo said, how he said they fixed all the wrong issues. They fixed issues they didn't have. That's an interesting way to view roster moves because, like you said, they didn't solve the problems, but they added new strengths. Yeah. So, like,
and
how does that
I almost view that as like, wow, like, you're doubling down on what you're really good at, so you blow teams out the fucking wazoo.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, just like there's still this one thing that I feel like every single championship team needs to have, and that's just like an overall someone who's a great playmaker, floor general, whatever you want to call it. It's there in history. Teams either have one of those guys or a multitude, 2, 3 of those guys, So
yeah, for sure.
It's tough.
Yeah, but then again, they have a top 8 player in the world and like the 20th best player in the league, and KP is like the 25th best player in the league, maybe something like that. That's that's they might be able to talent their way to a championship. It won't be shocking.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocking that they're in S. You're right.
But they're the bottom of S tier. I think we can say that. The teams that are going to be in there with them are probably better.
Easy. This is why I like rankings a little bit more.
Yeah, the tiers give you some flexibility. They're not be so black and white.
Yeah.
I know we're all watching plenty of basketball throughout the year, and plenty of times these games are going over 2 hours, and we're watching more than just one game a night. And so I don't know about y'all, but there's so many times where I get locked in on a matchup and forget to make dinner for myself. And whenever that happens, Factor's ready-to-eat meals are the perfect thing to save my night. Whether you're trying to get healthy or you just don't have enough time to cook a proper meal, Factor has you covered. Their menu gets updated weekly, and they have over 45 options that you can add onto your plan. And you can add things like protein, dessert, juices, anything that you want to fit your lifestyle. Now, I've made good use of these Factor meals when I haven't had enough time to cook or whenever I was starving, but I didn't want to go too far off my diet. My personal favorites are the tropical fruit smoothie and the garlic rosemary pork chop. These meals, which are made with fresh food and are super easy to heat up, are the perfect addition to any grocery haul. And if you want to make it a part of your food rotation, go to factor75.com or click the link below and use promo code TD350 for 50% off of your first Factor box. Again, use promo code TD350 to get whatever you want and get your Factor box started.
All right, next team we got the Brooklyn Nets.
D tier.
I thought D for a second, but are they low-key C? Like, do you think they're going to be out of the play-in race, or are they going to be a funky team that can do a little bit and be competitive?
I mean, they'll probably be in the play-in race just because you can be under 500 and still be around 11, 10 and still do all that. But they were so bad after the trade. And I listen, I like Mikal Bridges a lot. They still have a lot of forwards and their roster just doesn't make sense. And I don't think that they are going to be even like really, really competitive, even in the play-in.
Nikhil, can you pull up the Nets roster? Let's look at the moves they made this offseason, because I think they're a little different now. And they're an interesting case point because, like you said, they were crap after the deadline last year, but everybody kind of expected them to be good. They had the pieces to be good. So let's look at this rotation they got going on. Click depth at the top.
Yeah. And while Nikhil is going through this, in my opinion, they could be max like a C, but that is in almost entirely dependent on how, like, if Ben Simmons is like half of the player that he used to be, then that's great, you know, and that fixes a lot of the
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, it's so easy to forget he's there, bro. But I really feel like if he's a third or a half of the player that he used to be, then that fixes a lot of the woes, and you know, like he'll add obviously tremendous value on the offensive end, and that'll just like uplift this team as a whole everywhere. You know, they play a little bit faster. Nick Claxton, he's still developing, has gotten better every single year that he's been in the NBA. So it's all. I don't want to put too much pressure on Ben Simmons because, you know.
No, you're right. You're right. It is, like, for sure.
It is what it is.
It's an X factor because it's so easy for us to get up here now and to be like, oh, he's cooked forever. He's not going to be anything.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm past the point of expecting him to be like a star again, or like early last season, a lot of us, including me, were like, oh, let's give him a chance. Maybe, you know, give him time to recover from the injury. He can come back and be the Ben Simmons we know he can be. You got to just assume he's not going to be that until he is. Yeah. But could he be a useful player? Could he be a solid backup four that gets playmaking off the bench? That wouldn't be entirely shocking, would it?
We're asking him to be Lamar Odom?
Like low key, like
is that what we're asking? I'm being for real. Is that what we're asking?
Yeah, like honestly, he could be a useful player again in some capacity. If Markelle Fultz can recover, he can recover.
Markelle Fultz's back is broken, and it looks like Ben Simmons' back is broken.
Yeah.
Do you think back was the biggest issue last year? Because you know a lot of the talk was like also confidence and just like general needing time to recover both mentally and physically.
I think part of it. I think that his back probably felt a little bit better, but it was also times where even if you don't have like the best confidence, you can still move. He looked stiff. He looked stiff defensively. It looked like he was limited. I'm not sure what we're gonna get from Ben Simmons this season, and especially like the lineups with him and Claxton. Like Jacque Vaughn was out here saying like, hey, we really just can't run those lineups because they are just both such non-shooters that it messes up everything. So I don't know if you are putting him in the lineup with Dennis Smith Jr., Lonnie Walker, Royce O'Neal, and Day'Ron Sharpe, and maybe Cam Johnson sneaks in there. That is a terrible lineup.
Yeah, I think you see bench lineups where he comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie, and then either Lonnie Walker or Royce O'Neal come in for one of the other wings. Mm-hmm. So you have like a Simmons, Bridges, Cam Johnson, Walker, Claxton lineup. So
that's tough.
Ben Simmons and Claxton still doesn't give you a ton of spacing. Like, it's still not ideal, but when they're flanked by three really good shooters, they have a lot of good wings that can shoot the ball. But I don't think it's like impossible this year.
That's their problem though. They just have a lot of good wings, but they were rolling in December. They went 12-1 in December. They were 7-7 in January, 3-8 in February, 8-8 in March, and then 3-2 in April. So they are really really mid, with the possibility of, hey, if things don't go right for a couple games, we might go on this random 5-game losing streak. And I think that puts them closer to D rather than a legitimate average team in the league.
Mm-hmm. Man. The thing is, though, how much do you believe in Bridges to be able to do more next year as he gets more used to this role of being the guy?
I think he can do a lot for himself. I don't. he's gonna be able. His 2K rating is gonna go up. His stats are gonna be fantastic. They are not going to win a lot of games.
Okay.
The fit's just not there.
Yeah, man.
Where do you think, Mom?
I don't know.
Dom is going to be. Where are you going?
I could go. I'm looking at the roster right now. What Nikhil had up, and I'm like, damn, they're I don't know why, but that starting lineup is like, I like it a lot. But still, with that being said, if Mikal Bridges is like the focal point of your offense, your team is ass, bro. He's not like, even though he's developed and like, you know, he's been that 3-level scorer and taken the leap, if you would like to say. I don't think that he's taken enough of a leap to carry the true burden of what true offensive engines do, you know?
Yeah,
and so
for sure.
With that being said, you know, like
the 76ers made it very clear in the playoffs that if you take away his mid-range jumper, he's not doing anything for anybody, not even himself. After that first game where he went bonkers, he looked very regular once the 76ers made one simple adjustment.
Yeah, exactly. And with that being said, I think I have to feel comfortable with putting them in D.
All right, D it is. Donovan finally wins one.
Thank you. I was wondering how many
But
teams
this
we
is
were
a
gonna
high
go.
tier D.
Yeah, I
That's
just
a high
I just
tier
strong
D.
arm you every time. Move everybody up here than you want just to piss you off.
Exactly.
Just troll you. Everybody's A.
You did.
All right, man. Next team, the Charlotte Hornets. D? I feel like they got to be D, right?
The Hornets are interesting, man. Like, they have
This is
a
hard.
newfound starting center in Mark Williams, who's actually good, and he's for sure long-term piece alongside LaMelo Ball. They don't have a lot of those. They have a
Bridges
criminal
gonna be
returning back,
Brandon Miller's there.
to
He's a
their
criminal.
a criminal returning back to their. Oh, I forgot about Brandon Miller too, man. I feel like I haven't
Yeah.
heard or seen anything. Feels like the NBA draft
Listen.
was ages ago, man. God,
For sure. Listen, it's fuck Miles Bridges forever. But if he's gonna be there, him and Brandon
boy
Miller
nice.
as a wing duo. Him and Brandon Miller as a wing duo is interesting.
yeah.
Like I guess now we gotta just talk about Miles Bridges like he's a regular person again, which like yuck, but so be it. Him and Brandon Miller together is nice with Terry and LaMelo.
yeah.
If Mark Williams
Melo,
makes the league,
Terry, Brandon Miller, PJ Washington, because I have to assume that PJ's going to still start. It'll
Yeah.
be kinda
Yeah,
gross
until
if he
Brandon
sits his
Miller's
ass,
ready.
but- Yeah, exactly. And then Mark Williams, I kind of like that, and that's a high quality lottery team. That's a
high quality lottery team. Nice. Listen, they're gonna have Gordon Hayward for 26 games out of the year. They'll be an impactful 26 games.
Nice.
Nick
man.
Richards, very like who backup center.
Man,
What do you think, Donovan?
Frank
So-
Ntilikina's on this team?
are you serious?
Wow.
Listen, he had to be somewhere. He had to be on some team. I guess that's
No,
what
he didn't. He could have just been out the league. That's crazy. Okay. Shout out Frank.
Yeah.
No, it's a decent team if they stay healthy. The problem last year wasn't that they were just piss poor because they had no good players. It's because they had injury concerns and Miles Bridges is a criminal. Now he's back from criminal activities. LaMelo should be healthy. Put Terry back in the back in the role he should have been in as a secondary ball handler. And listen, they got the number 2 pick. Like, could they be C?
No.
They could only.
I
be
think
C.
that's best case scenario.
The only world they're C is if LaMelo Ball truly ascends to
I think he might.
that tier of player that I think a lot of people feel like he should be in. You know,
I
Like-
am predicting a LaMelo Ball breakout season. I think he is one of the most underrated young players in the league right now because he's on the Hornets and because he's been hurt.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with C because I think that's going to happen. If you think that's what needs to happen for them to be C, I'm comfortable saying that's going to happen.
Oh my God! There's a rat in the room. What the fuck?
Ah! We got a live reaction to a rat in New York City.
Oh no, Mo's in the trenches. He's
Get
in
Mo
the
out the
trenches.
hood.
We have to get Mo. Listen, for 39 cents a day, you can help get Mo out the trenches, out of the Bronx, New York. Please send all donations to the deep3@gmail.com. Please send it right now. Mo is in shambles. All right, we are trying our best. Buy the merch, subscribe, run everything up. We are trying to help a young black man get out of a impoverished situation. Please help us. Please help us.
Most speechless.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm talking about LaMelo Ball and his ascension, and the next thing you know, a fucking tiny mouse comes crawling towards my lighting.
Wow.
And then as soon as I start screaming, it runs away, and now I damn near piss my pants.
Do you know where it's at? Is he just living there now? He's got to leave him there.
I don't know what I want to do.
Listen, we might be done for the night. we might have to pick this up tomorrow. Mo just
Listen,
can't think.
my Apple Watch is telling me my heart rate is going crazy right now. Let's just try to calm down.
Listen. Mo, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry you're going through this,
I'm moving.
but this is excellent content.
Wow.
If it was going to happen,
Wow.
I'm so glad the cameras are on.
No, thank goodness. Oh my goodness.
Thank God
This
the
is
cameras are
perfect
on.
timing. Wow. Wow.
All right, man. Let's put the Hornets in C tier. Are we ready to move
No,
on?
okay, no, you're not just gonna sneak that in. No, no, stop that, Nikhil. Put them in D, please. Put them in
Okay,
D.
Mo, you're the deciding factor. Where is it going, Mr. Mouse?
The Hornets,
Yep.
I think they're going to be C tier. It's
We're
kind of
projecting
crazy.
forward.
I
Yeah, think it's kinda
understand
crazy,
what
but
we're
LaMelo
doing.
Ball
I
just
understand the
has that type
exercise.
of lift.
I understand the exercise.
I get what we're doing. I just
Yeah,
don't.
young cores get better, and I don't think it's crazy to think they'll get better.
There's so many other teams that I actually think are going to be C, and it's like, listen, based on where I'm thinking of, like if I have in my mind, if the Hawks are C, then I don't feel comfortable putting the Hornets in the same one.
That's great because the Hawks aren't C, they're B. So.
I'm telling you what I think. Okay, I'm giving you my thoughts.
Listen, the list talks. The list is fact. From now on, the Hawks are B.
I'm not participating. Next
the list
one.
is Bible.
Next one.
All right, man. Chicago Bulls.
We're not going to do this for an hour and a half.
I see. They're the most.
Should we just like not even talk about the Bulls? They're
Yeah,
just the Bulls.
Yeah.
C.
Can we not talk about the Bulls?
Shout out
Don't
to
even see?
Alonzo. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I really don't want to talk about the Bulls at all.
There we go. Listen, we can't talk about every team, so the Bulls C tier. Next team, the Cavs.
I'm so disoriented, bro.
I can't even think straight.
Wow.
This is a flu game. This is hilarious.
I got you. Flu game for real. Listen, the
Cavs, man.
The Cavs are A tier.
Yeah,
Cavs are A tier.
Okay, so does anybody have a differing opinion? Because I also love the Cavs, but they did get their teeth kicked in, and maybe we should acknowledge flaws that were shown by the Knicks.
Dude.
No, they are fine. The Cavs are going to be so freaking good this year.
Okay,
they are A tier. I'm this close. If we're projecting, I'm this close to saying S tier.
What?
I love what the Cavs have cooking.
Okay, so explain why them getting their teeth kicked in by the Knicks, a very regular playoff team, doesn't concern you.
One, Mobley is going to get better, and I think that for him, like last season was a very big breakout season. At least defensively for him, the offensive game is still going to come. Jared Allen, he acknowledged that the lights were too bright, but hey, he's been in the playoffs before. I think he's going to be okay. Offensively, them signing Niang and them signing Max Strus is going to give them so much more versatility offensively, and they're going to be able to stagger Garland and Mitchell so much better and be able to have some length on the floor whenever you have those two undersized guards there. So, So I think that offensively they're going to be fine. When everybody was healthy, even in the regular season, they were one of the top three. They were one of the top three defenses in the league. Depending on what week you caught them at, they might have been the best defense in the league. They have all the tools to be a really good team, and there's a lot. And especially when we look at the rest of the Eastern Conference, the Cavs are able. And they're going to be in prime position to make a very, very deep run. So I like what Cleveland is going to do next season.
I don't see them
I see it.
any leap or stride like that unless like Evan Mobley is able to extend his range, or if not, then they go ahead and make a decision and trade away like Jared Allen for the sake of Evan Mobley and accepting the fact that this is his archetype. This is what he needs in order to maximize his ability. We're going to go ahead and do what's best for our third overall pick and continue to prioritize him as a cornerstone piece. And so with that being said, I still think that they have like a few of the same issues. They did go ahead and get Max Strus, which is like big ups, because he is a good shooter in the NBA, but I don't think Max Strus is good enough I don't think Max Strus is good enough to go ahead and warrant them to be like an.
No, for sure. Max Strus isn't moving the needle that much. But I think the combination of Strus and Niang helps them a lot more than the talent of those guys that make you think, just because they so desperately needed wing shooting. And those guys, for all they lack, are good wing shooters. Like they're going to give them the spacing they need. They're the type of shooters that provide spacing, not fake shooters that can shoot 38%. Like these are legit guys that will stretch the defense. So maybe the problem is, can Niang play in the playoffs? We'll see. But at least in the regular season, they have two legit shooters that can prevent them from relying so much on Karis LeVert and Alex Okoro, who, aren't spacers.
Exact. That's my entire point, is that instead of having, at the bare minimum, instead of having three non-shooters, you're going to have two. And
right.
For what it's worth, it's going to improve the spacing, and that one change is going to allow Garland to get downhill. It's going to let Donovan Mitchell get downhill a little bit more. I'm really bullish on the Cavs, so I would like to put them. I understand S might be a bit of a stretch, and it's
ridiculous,
and it's asking a very big stretch of them. So I will go A.
Yeah, we can go A. I'm cool with that. They're better than the
cool.
Hawks.
Whatever.
They wouldn't shock you if they make a run to the conference finals, get into the finals. Like, you're not going to predict it, but they could do it. I think that's fine. They'll be a top 3-4 seed, maybe.
Easy,
Cool.
for sure. They should easily be a top 3 seed.
Okay. Before we move on to this next team, Mo, give us a vibe check. Are you freaking out? Do you need to be hyped up to recuperate and get through this podcast? How are you
I
feeling?
think it's clear as day that my mind is just like, I'm looking, scanning on the floor. Any movement I see, I'm tweaking. I'm looking everywhere. Bro. I'm tweaking. I'm looking everywhere. Like,
Man, seeing
like
ghosts.
Listen, that's
Yeah.
fine. You know what? You have us to talk through with this throughout this process. The fans are here. The viewers are listening. Tell them how you're feeling. We'll get through this together.
I am not feeling good, and I need help. This is a cry for help. If
This
the
is
camera,
crazy.
bro, the way that thing was coming at me too was crazy. I was
You're-
like, I'm here and I'm helpless. I have a mic in my hands and I have my ginger ale on the floor. What am I supposed to do? I'm live on camera right now. I can't like get up and move my legs because I'm gonna fuck up my setup. I can't go ahead and run out the room or be on my bed like I usually do. God.
Pull up a rat tier list. All right, tell us which one of these was. Which bad boy was it?
I hate New York. Fuck this place. God.
All right, man. Let's move on to this next team. We're half an hour in. We're through like 5 teams. We got to keep it moving. Where are we putting the Dallas Mavericks? Projecting.
Ooh, this is so
We
tough.
all acknowledged before in the past that they failed horribly last year, but they're going to be better this year. It's B or A?
Not A
B.
at all.
I feel
B.
comfortable being
B?
B.
B.
I kind of want.
Yeah.
I think that their ceiling is A for sure.
Yeah, that's why I threw out B or A, because if you're real bullish in the combination, you acknowledge they have maybe the best guard in the league by the end of the next season. He finally has a second star. They fixed some of the issues that made them flounder at the end of last year. It wouldn't be shocking if they're better than the Cavs next year.
Yeah. All their role players just have to come together. Josh Green has to continue to ascend as a high level role player. You know, they got Derek Jones Jr. Who's a fantastic
Grant
piece
Williams,
alongside everybody.
Rashawn
I didn't even
Holmes?
mention Grant Williams. They have pieces.
But Rashawn
Have
Holmes was
pieces.
nasty last time he had minutes. He didn't get to play last year or really the year before that. But a few years ago, his first year with the Kings, he was really good. Having him as your backup 5 is nice.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of a C tier team.
Oh, you're out of your
What?
fucking mind.
This is
You're out
kind
of
of a
your
C
fucking
tier
mind.
team. Who are they
Crazy.
stopping? Who are they stopping?
Bro, what?
Who
Who is stopping them?
who are they stopping? We could go back
That's
and
not
forth
a
all
horrible
day.
defensive unit. I mean,
I'm-
Grant Williams and a center is a solid front court defensively. Obviously, Luka and Kyrie aren't going to be stoppers. I don't know if this has Tim Hardaway Jr. starting at the 3. I don't know if that's really who's going to be starting there, but it'll be their best perimeter defender, whoever that ends up being in camp. Probably Josh Green.
Yeah. Definitely Josh Green. He
They-
progressed so much last season.
Okay, can you guys at least give me this? Do they have solid potential to be in the C tier next year? Like if they ended up there, would you guys be shocked?
Yes.
It
Can
would
it
be-
happen? Yes.
Yeah.
Will I be shocked? I'll definitely be shocked if the whole season sample size, if the Mavs are C tier means average.
Yes.
I'll be shocked if they were average or worse. I think they're going to be slightly above average at the minimum. Just they have somebody who's going to be developing into maybe the best player in the league very soon, top 3 to 5 guy, and he has a second star and is solid supporting cast, gives him spacing, has a front court that can defend a little bit. I think this team is a very high floor.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
B's
I'm
fine.
not as-
I'm not
as
going
high.
to press for A.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight.
I'm
I'm
cool
not
with
gonna
B.
fight about it, but I'm not too high on Dallas going into next season.
There is a
cool
world
with
where they're C. I wouldn't be like horrifically shocked if they were ass again. We already saw them fail, so you can't be surprised if it happens again.
Mhm.
So I see
Yeah.
your logic.
But under the circumstances that they failed at, like, I don't want to say they were pretty much destined to fail, but they had nothing going their way whatsoever other than having another superstar or star, however you want
I
to
mean, that helps a
categorize
lot.
him,
Yeah.
and Kyrie
Yeah.
Irving, you know?
No,
It
there was
helps a
definitely
lot.
circumstances that held them back that was hard to overcome, and they would have had to really click, and they just didn't, so they couldn't overcome them.
Facts.
All right.
B.
Let's keep rolling.
He's fine. Nuggets, no
S tier.
words, S tier. Throw them in there.
Whatever.
They're going to win the title again if everything stays healthy, I think. I think they should be the favorites immediately. Jokic is the best player in the world. He has the best supporting cast you could imagine around him without another superstar. There's nothing bad to say about this team.
Jamal Murray's going to be an all-star next season. Christian
Book
Braun's going to fill in those Bruce Brown shoes, they're going to be okay.
Yep. They will be fine. Do y'all think they're going to win the finals again?
Win or
so.
be in the
They'd
finals?
Be my favorite.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. I mean, do you
Finals
think they're going to be in the finals and not win? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think they're going to be in the finals again.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, hard to predict at that point, but I think they'll win the West. I do think one team that we'll get to in a little bit has a good chance, but we'll get to them. What about the Pistons? Are they still in F tier, or have they accumulated enough talent that we think they'll be D?
Ooh. There has to be an F tier.
Again,
dude.
we're projecting it's a young core. Cade is going to have a season to develop. He's hit at that age where you would think he'd make a little bit of a leap.
I mean, you would think so, but he also has missed a lot of time, so that might be a little bit delayed. I am going to say F tier, even though I love Jaden Ivey.
Monty Morris?
I love Jaden Ivey. I love Asar Thompson. I like Kate Cunningham a lot. They're just not going to be a good team. They're just going to lose a lot of games.
I agree. But okay, so what's the difference in F and D to you? I feel for me, F is like tire fire, like Rockets and Pistons last year. D is like you suck, you're in the lottery, but you're not getting blown out by 30 every night.
Yeah, maybe they should be D.
They're going to be at the bottom of the conference. I think for me, F is like 14 and 15, maybe even 13. And then D is where we're talking about you're like 12, 11, kind of being sneaky, fighting for the play-in. But I don't think that they're going to have a legitimate chance to get into the play-in. So I'm putting them at F.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, I don't really know which teams you could project them ahead of them. Like, I don't know who you could put below them. So maybe that means it has to be F because I don't even know. Like, what team could be worse than them?
Yeah, exactly. By that logic, just thinking about
the Wizards. The Wizards would be worse than them.
Facts.
Oh, true.
That's
it.
Oh, you know what? Let's not bury the lead. Go ahead and put the Wizards and the Pistons in F tier, since they're going to be the worst two teams in the conference.
Perfect.
Go ahead and throw them both in there. As we talked about them.
Man.
But yeah, man, that's about it.
All right, cool.
The Warriors.
They're going to be an S in my mind.
A tier.
S.
A tier.
A for sure.
Really?
And that's
why would they be S tier?
And that's a generous A tier too.
Okay, Mo, let's focus on you. You're the most bullish on them. Do you think they're going to be better than last year?
I think they're going to be better than last year because vibes are just completely off last year. Like, they were ass.
There wasn't assault at the start of the season. That's a good point.
Exactly. And that just does a lot, and that carries on throughout the entire season.
I was joking, but it was definitely an assault.
It quite literally was. It wasn't on file, but bro, it was on video, not 4K, but like 360p. Yeah, it was literally an assault.
No, they're fine.
But with that being said, going into the season with being hungry, something to improve, and all that other stuff, and also adding another element of play, another layer, another tool in your tool bag offensively with having Chris Paul, coming off the bench and having to, having another element that you haven't had in years, since you could argue since they had KD, and also like Sean Livingston, someone who's just super mid-range savvy, and also someone who can help unlock other levels of players on that team too. I like it a lot.
Okay.
And
you
I
mentioned they have
think,
this. Sorry.
I do think that they would be, if they made the finals, it would surprise no one whatsoever. And I think they should make the Western Conference Finals, guaranteed.
That's fair.
In my mind.
You mentioned that they have this. No, I wouldn't guarantee that for damn sure, but it wouldn't be shocking if they made that far. But you mentioned they have Chris Paul now, which is a new element. Are you confident that'll work?
I am pretty confident that it'll work for sure. The only way it wouldn't work is if Chris Paul is either hurt or he simply just isn't jiving with the whole running around thing.
Jiving.
Listen. He gets hurt a lot.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Listen. You named two possibilities that could go wrong. One, that motherfucker gets hurt a lot. Two, that motherfucker doesn't jive a lot. He can definitely not jive. That's very likely.
He's not a jiver.
Him and Curry have not jived in the past. I wouldn't be shocking.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, but I envision a world in where all that is put to the side. Obviously, injuries, it's a flex. Easily like one of the most unlucky players in NBA history when it comes to that. Timing just consistently piss poor. But if he was going to surpass injuries and go and have that not be a plague to his success on the court, this could potentially be a year because no one is relying on Chris Paul on a consistent basis. Just give us 15 to 17 max, like 25 minutes a game, bro. Give us 25 minutes of your time every night, and you're good. That's all we need from you, you know. And I think there are a lot of ways and a lot of avenues, and so many more loopholes that they can throw into their offense to help throw off and offset teams throughout the regular season and also obviously playoffs.
Yeah, they got really predictable in the last year. I think Draymond said that. Or no, maybe he was talking about like 2015. He did a podcast at the beginning of this offseason and said we were predictable. And he was talking about before they got before they got KD. And I think they kind of fell back into that last year where you knew what they were going to do. It was Curry's the offense. If Jordan Poole's not cooking, you're screwed. If Klay Thompson's not hitting 10 threes in the game randomly, you're screwed. They had no variety. They were a one-pitch type of good pitcher. And maybe the Chris Paul thing won't jive, but at the very minimum, they have a new pitch. So I can see them being as good, if not a little bit better next year. So I'm cool with it.
I'm going A. I'm going A. I think until Klay Thompson proves himself to be a reliable second shooter again, then like until that moment, we have to put him in A.
Isn't he on his contract year?
I don't even know.
Contract Klay?
I think he is.
Listen, maybe he balls out. And again, if he does, then I will give them more respect. But the last couple of times that we've seen Klay Thompson, he was bricking everything.
Yeah, sure.
So
I think he actually shot solid for the whole season. He just like since he came back, he wants to be Devin Booker, and he does a lot with the ball in his hands that just like doesn't work. Like he spent all that time rehabbing. He had to work on his like go-to shots. He had to work on his back since he couldn't move a lot, and he wants to pull that shit out at every opportunity. And he just doesn't have the burst he once did to beat guys anymore. And I don't know. It's just like he tries to do too much, and we give him credit and let him cook because he's Klay and he deserves that opportunity. But more often than not, it's not helping.
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Right.
A tier it is.
A tier it is. Next team. Let's move on.
Who's next?
Next up, we got the Houston Rockets. Okay, the instant reaction is F tier. But Ime Udoka, they signed some free agents. They're going to be a normal team. Can they be D?
I think they will be better than the Pistons, but they are also going to lose a lot of games, so they're probably still going to be F. But you know what? We are a pro Amen Thompson podcast here. But they also have Dylan Brooks. I don't know. Like, you go back and forth. You go back and forth.
Who's to say? No, I think they deserve D, honestly. Sengun showed signs of being their best player last year. I think a lot of Rockets fans are taking a little too far with how good they think he'll be, but he's going to be a good starter. Jabari Smith had a rough start to the year. His shots started to come around. He's a perfect pairing with Sengun. If year 2, his defense is looking good. Jalen Green is the perfect age to finally make that leap. Now that he has a real coach and playing with a real system that allows him to actually get looks off that aren't forced.
He's playing
Fred VanVleet
a
is
real
good.
Point guard. God,
exactly.
Man. That's a
Kevin Porter
huge
Jr.
part.
is no longer commandeering the offense, doing bullshit, and you have Tariq off the bench. And man, no, I think this team has to be D. Honestly, I think they'll be solid.
Okay, you sold me.
Yes.
That's all it took.
Now, if I can sell Donovan to be positive, I won.
Yeah, they added so much to their team to the point to where it's impossible that they're piss poor now. Yes, in my mind, like they may not be that much separate from the Detroit Pistons when it comes to the wins and loss column and stuff like that, but they're in the Western Conference. It is what it is, man. But also, with that being said, I think you'll see cultural changes within that organization for sure, obviously with the Ime plan, and you'll see like multiple leaps being made in unison because of all the great things happening there. It just feels like they're building.
I feel like the Pistons should be D2. Like they also got Monty Williams, who is also great at writing shit.
I forgot Monty's there.
Okay.
I feel like the Pistons deserve D. I feel like they're in the same boat as the Rockets.
I don't want to put the Pistons in the same tier as the Wizards because the Wizards feel
Me
like
neither. I think the Wizards should be the only F tier team in the league this year.
Yeah. God.
No,
but someone has to be F tier though. I thought the Pistons were going to be nice last year, and then a fucking injury happened.
Yeah,
I don't know. Year 2, Jaden Ivey,
Cade back. Cade looked really good this summer. Like they have a real coach. Another year of development.
No, let's keep him in F. We gotta keep him in F.
All right, whatever. I'm not gonna go die over this. Next up,
I don't know, man.
The Pacers.
B.
No.
Are we okay with B?
No, I mean There's a world where there'd be. I know why you're saying that.
Yeah.
Tyrese is a star. When he was healthy last year, they were cooking. Nembhard is really good. Miles Turner had a career year, looking like a top 10 center in the league. They have a lot of stuff going for him. But look at the teams in B. Like,
I know. That's exactly why I'm saying it.
Low-key.
I think they deserve to be
Hornets.
B.
No, you're right. They gotta be B.
They deserve to be B. They deserve to be
They're
B.
B.
They've done nothing.
Let's go.
Yeah, they've
Let's
done
go.
nothing other than like continue to, slightly shock people across the NBA universe by just having straight up just good culture and also like making all the right moves necessary and maximizing their potential alongside with everything around, with everyone around Tyrese Halliburton. With how they were cooking, I think it threw everyone off, bro. And I don't think a lot of people talked about it, or at least not enough people talked about it. And so, yeah, I think another year of Tyrese Halliburton, Bennedict Mathurin I feel like it's almost a guarantee, a lock for him to naturally just get better, be more consistent. I'm vibing with B.
Let's go.
B.
I love it. Bruce
They're going to
Brown.
be better than the Hornets. Hornets and Bulls are C tier. They got to be B. Like,
Yeah.
the C tier doesn't have a lot of variety. I think those two teams, or at least the Hornets, are the bottom of C tier, so maybe that's not a fair comparison. Like, if you said the Pacers are top of C tier, it would be understandable. But I think they deserve B.
Oh my god, man!
All right,
That
cool.
rat stared me in my eyes. Bro. I'm having
Wait, is it
flashbacks.
back? Is it back?
No, but like I'm tormented right now.
The rat incident of 2023. I love it.
Yeah. All right, who's
I'm
next?
so happy my camera didn't catch that, bro. That would have been.
That
The camera caught your reaction, though, and I'm going to clip the shit out of this. It's going to be all
Oh
over
my
socials.
God.
It's going to be great.
God.
This is going to be marketing gold.
Oh man.
That's funny. Next team we got is the Clippers. This is a hard one. If we're going with past results, we're not going with past results. Let me not even say that. But if we were, they would get a low grade. But they're a solid team, man. Like,
I want to put them in B, to be honest.
B is, I think, the low end. Like, end of the day, they have PG and Paul George. Like, we all know, every year people fucking pick them to be the championship favorites, which we're past that now. But they have A ceiling. We used to say that S ceiling. I think we're past that. Hey, they can be as good as the Cavs.
No, they can't.
They can, but will they? Because the injuries, probably not. But if they
That's
were
what I'm
healthy,
saying.
they certainly would be.
I feel comfortable putting him in B because they've consistently let us down and they've
Yeah.
done nothing to like even progress towards where we want to see them at, bro. If anything,
Yeah.
they've just regressed.
Exactly. At this point, it's been so many years ruined by injuries. It's like the Zion thing. You gotta assume they're gonna be hurt until they're not. Just because at this point, you'd be crazy to keep predicting otherwise.
All right.
So
But-
it's weird because they have one of the best duos in the league. But you're right, they gotta be B.
What if they traded for James Harden? Just a wild X factor. Would that move you?
a little bit. I mean, well, it depends what they
No.
it depends what they give up.
I would think they'd be better, but end of the day, we're not putting them B because they're not good enough now. We're putting them B because we think their two best players will get hurt. If they get James Harden, their two best players could still get hurt. So that doesn't really change the reason we're lowering them.
B.
Yeah, they're stuck in B until they prove otherwise, I think. Even though they have all the talent to be A, but doesn't matter if they're not there. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Lakers.
A tier.
Listen,
This
A
is so
tier,
hard.
we A tier?
A tier, easy.
Thank God. I thought I was going to be like looking like a Lakers dick rider because I'm a fan.
No, it's,
This
it's
team
easy.
is going to be so good. I said earlier that the Nuggets are going to walk into the finals again unless one team maybe can get in there. I think the Lakers have as good of a chance as they've had in the LeBron era to make the finals.
I agree. I think out west, I think right now the most logical matchup that we get in the Western Conference Finals is going to be a rematch of the Nuggets and the Lakers.
Yep.
They seem the most complete right now. The way that Anthony Davis was playing defense last year was absolutely insane. And I think with him and Vanderbilt and that defensive versatility and Reeves coming into his own, literally the only thing that the Lakers have to do that would make me feel more confident in them is ship D'Angelo Russell out of there. If they get rid of him, they have serious potential to do some stuff. And I mean, listen, they got swept, but they were in every one of those games. They did play the Nuggets tough. So I'll give them
hate
credit.
that because like a lot of playoff games are close. So like And I'm gonna say I hate that. I don't necessarily care if they got swept. It's always a talking point that like they played them the best they could. Each game was close. Good teams win close games. The Nuggets won every single one of them. So I don't put a lot of stock into the fact that they lost a little good. You know what I mean?
I will.
Man.
The only reason why I will is because LeBron was hurt. And
True. Okay. Never mind.
LeBron was hurt, and D'Lo was out here shooting 2 for 25 every single game, and you had some of your top players and a lot of the people that you were relying on not really show up or have some ailments, and you were still able to be right there. And so I think the Lakers are going to be really good. I think they're going to have a very, very high ceiling. And listen, they can mess around and make the finals next year, and I wouldn't be shocked.
I think they can mess around and win the finals, and I wouldn't.
Okay. Whoa. Too much dip on the chip. Too much dip.
I'm not saying they will. I think the Nuggets have a better chance. Probably the Celtics. I have Stockholm syndrome to the point where I got to say the Bucks will win it every year. And after that, I think if you said the Lakers have the fourth best chance of winning the finals, or maybe fifth if you throw the Suns in there. Honestly, I don't think the Lakers win the Suns, but I think the Lakers have a top 5 chance of winning the finals.
They for sure do. Okay, I'll give you that. They for sure do.
One thing that I really like about the Lakers this year compared to last year is that, of course, like, you know, Austin Reeves is cool and all that. And, you know, they got D'Lo, fix their spacing and all that cool stuff. But, I think Austin Reeves is going to not take a leap necessarily, but, like, he's there. And a lot of people know his role is solidified. And, you know, I think he's going to go out. I think he's going to go out and do his thing. But regardless of the fact, their guard rotation is a lot deeper and it's a lot more trustworthy. Gabe Vincent, not to say that Gabe Vincent necessarily moves the needle, but Gabe Vincent is an option. And on top of that, of course, you still have D'Lo, and then you also have, Austin Reeves is still there as well as an off guard. Yeah. And then Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, good players. Taurean Prince is specifically really good player. So
Jackson Hayes is not a good player. Lakers fans are so hyped around him because he's like this bouncy guy that has like potential.
Shout out Texas.
Jackson Hayes sucks. He sucks. I hope they get a backup center. Let me not say he sucks. He does not move me, and I hope they don't rely on him to be the backup center. Mm-hmm. But the point we're all glossing over
Cam Reddish? Oh.
Fuck Cam Reddish. The point we're glossing over is the Austin Reeves hype train is leaving the fucking station. Now's the time to hop on it. He is going to be making a big leap this year. Now that he has more responsibility and can do what he did in the second half of last year for a full 82 games. He is going to quickly show to be, I think, probably the best contract in the NBA. He's going to make $14 million a year for the next 4 years.
Oh, no. He's already the best contract in the NBA.
Yeah. And he's going to continue to develop to be, as a third option, 18 points per game, 6 assists, one of the most efficient scorers in the league like he was last year. I was watching Alex Hoops did a video about him yesterday, actually. I didn't even realize he had like a 68% true shooting percentage last year.
Oh, wow.
Which doesn't even make sense. That's like fucking Jokic numbers. That's going to come down. But he's legit going to be extremely efficient every year because he gets to the free throw line. He makes his threes. He's a great finisher. He can pass. He's going to be empowered to do more playmaking this year as LeBron wants to kind of keep his energy so he doesn't burn out and hurt his foot again. He's going to be the X factor to the point where we're going to be talking about them as being not a big three because that term's exclusively used for 3 stars. But in terms of you're talking about the best 3 players that any teams have, the Lakers are going to be up there because Austin Reeves is going to make that type of jump.
Yeah, man, he's an integral part to their success.
Shout out to the white boy.
So crazy to say because that man was undrafted.
Yeah.
And they were calling that man Hillbilly Kobe. He was just another white boy meme, and he actually took that, ran with it, and he's actually becoming something of himself.
Listen, in another world, that man could have been Mac McClung, and now he's out here being an integral part to one of the championship favorites in the West. It's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, man, A tier. I think we all agree. Going to be a very great team. Please, for the love of God, LeBron, stay healthy.
Oh, man.
I don't know about
Next
that
up, I don't know about it either.
Yeesh.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
B? This is hard.
I don't know. I haven't thought much about them.
They're either B or A.
Yeah.
John Morant's going to be out for the first, 25 games. Brandon Clark is not going to be there. They do have Marcus Smart, who's going to, change a lot. But having Marcus Smart for, a chunk of this to start the NBA season is man, I don't know. They're
going to weather the storm of Ja just fine. And so we don't even think about that. what are they going to be when he gets back? Jaren Jackson Jr. made a big step last year. We hyped the fuck out of Evan Mobley a lot. Jaren Jackson's just a better Evan Mobley right now, who actually has range and has a lot of offensive skill set while being a slightly better defensive player. We all love Desmond Bane. Obviously, John Morant. The addition of Marcus Smart. Could this team make the conference finals next year?
They could.
Oh man,
they could. Like it's on the table. I don't think that they are.
Are they making the conference finals with John Conchar as their starting three? I don't know.
No, he's only there right now because Jaw's not on this chart. It'll be Desmond Bane as the starting three.
Okay, so it'll be Jaw,
Smart,
Bane. Okay, Jaw, Smart, Bane. Okay, cool.
Yeah, then Jaren, Steven Adams. Remember, last year Steven Adams was hurt, so that's why they got destroyed by the Lakers because they had no size against the biggest team in the league.
That's a non-shooting backcourt. That is a non-shooting backcourt with John Smart.
Bane and Jackson, they'll give you a lot of faith in.
I'll put him at B. I think they have a lot of outside of like Ja running the offense and pushing everything. I don't think that they have enough offensive firepower from like a second star that makes me trust them the same way that I do the Cavs or the Lakers and the Warriors. And even though that the Warriors, like Steph Curry is just a guy. Exactly. It's Steph Curry. So he gets the pass. I'll put him at B.
Okay. Do you agree, Mo?
I kind of want to put them A because I feel like pieces will be put together towards the back half of the season, especially. But I do feel like they're going to go through a period, whether it be when Ja first comes back or when like defenses start to just naturally figure things out and like really just like clog space in the playoffs with Marcus Smart and John Morant. And I think the non-shooting might be just overlooked a little bit, but I'm not really sure if that makes a lot of, if that like means a lot, because you still have like two phenomenal playmakers and two knockdown shooters.
No, they don't.
Bane,
they don't.
And also Jaren Jackson Jr.
They're not on the level of the Lakers. The Lakers are the best team in A. They're not on that level. They're on the level of the Cavs and Warriors. They're better than the Hawks. They deserve much more credit than the Hawks.
They can be at the top of B. They can be at the top of B tier, but
I think top of B is top of B, low end of A is how I feel.
No, I'm with you. Let's put them A tier. They deserve it. They've been winning for multiple years.
I'm tired of losing.
Yeah, A tier is fine.
I'm done.
A tier it is. Okay, next up, the Miami Heat. This team is so hard to rank every year. It's a flip of a coin. Are they going to be great, or are they going to be mid fucking?
It really doesn't matter because they could be the 1 seed or they can be the 8 seed. We're going to look up in June and they're going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. So let's just go ahead, put them at A, give them the respect that they deserve, and move on.
I like it.
They're devoid of logic. They surpass all elements of man in the way we think as people. They are just a spiritual being that is glued to the conference finals no matter what.
Exactly.
Facts. Every time you just want to forget about them and just be like, old wash, past their prime, whatever. They're just always there every single time.
Pat Riley made a deal with the devil at some point, and it hasn't ran out yet.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right, man, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wait. If Dame was to be traded to the Miami Heat, would you put them at
S tier? Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Why?
Everyone was Dame, Jimmy, and Bam. Dame, Jimmy, and Bam is the best big three in the NBA right now. That'd be crazy.
Ooh, that's facts.
It wouldn't even be debatable, I don't think. Like, that would be two top 10 to 12 players and then one of the best defensive players alive. Like, the way the skills would complement each other as well as just being pure talent, it would be nuts. Mm-hmm. And we can trust them to always have a good supporting cast. They'll just find guys on the street and give them that devil magic, and then they'll be great. Like, they would win it all.
And all they need, the amount of dog that they would have inside of them on that team, oh my goodness, they would have the most dog in the league.
It would be like unprecedented level of dog. The only team I could think of that had more dog was like the 04 Pistons. It would be just immense dog.
Exactly.
I don't even think we'd be ready for that much dog. It would be like overwhelming. It would be like sensory overload.
Facts.
Yeah, if they went ahead and got Dame, I agree with you guys. It wouldn't matter who they have around them. All they just need you to be able to do is cardio and shoot a little bit, and you're straight.
Yeah, just play a little defense and let Dame and Jimmy make all the shots, and we're good.
Facts. Love it.
Right, man. The Milwaukee Bucks. This one is going to be a little awkward because I know me and Donovan love to give them credit no matter what and assume they're going to make the finals. So I feel like Donovan, your first inclination is going to say S tier. Have you been brought down to earth? Are they A now?
Oh, they're A tier.
Whew, okay.
What?
They are A tier.
Surprising.
They
Is it because you don't believe in
there's
Lumpy Head?
there's plenty of reasons.
I love that. I love that. I was
So
waiting for that.
mean. There's plenty of reasons. One, the entire core is aging. Two, Chris Middleton is hurt a lot. Three, their offense never seemed to figure it out last season, and I understand that's like a function of Chris Middleton being hurt.
Yeah.
But even with Giannis and Drew there, they were mid the whole year offensively, and it's just they have not shown to be a top team the way that Boston was. They were out there.
Yo.
What's up?
Who the fuck is AJ Green?
AJ Green.
The
That's
backup point guard. Who the fuck is AJ Green?
Oh no.
oh God.
Listen,
Is this the wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals of the
Listen,
2010s?
this bench. Who?
He's
this is-
white?
Oh, whoa! I had. Bro,
This
that's
is an
such a black
accountant.
man name. I don't even know who the hell that is.
He's white?
Who is this?
Oh
man?
man, Lindell Wigginton. Who is that? Lindell.
Wigginton
Yo.
sounds such like a
Do
fake
I
last
not know
name.
ball? Who the fuck
Yeah.
are these people?
That's such a
Wigginton?
fake last name.
Lindell
Wigginton.
Wigginton is crazy, dude.
Okay, and listen, they have guys like this in the rotation, so I'm putting them at A. You look at their second unit, and it's Bossman 99, it's AJ Green, it's Wigginton. Who is this? Malik Beasley, who wasn't getting any run. They have
That's a decent bench. Besides AJ Green, that's a decent bench.
Oh, is my boy Pat still there? All right, yeah, Pat.
Yeah, Pat Connaughton,
All right,
Bossman, Bobby Portis. It's all right.
I mean, Bossman was like, he's
Boston
like-
never got a chance last year. It was weird.
their entire team is weird, and that's my point. Is that they have not clicked since 2021, and there's always been something. And Giannis is low key starting to rack up these injuries.
Ooh.
Low key. So
Listen, he doesn't dunk as much as he used to.
he really doesn't. I don't feel comfortable putting them in the same tier as the Celtics and the Nuggets. I think they have to prove themselves again to get back in that tier this year.
Damn.
I'm okay with that. What about you, Mo?
I mean, I disagree. I think this is just a slight overreaction. Like, you guys understood
Yeah.
why exactly like they were not like hitting all on all cylinders. When you have like 1A, 1B, whatever you want to like slice it, the second best offensive player and someone who's like so integral on every level to their offense, just gone or in and out on a consistent basis. Of course, your team's going to be funky as hell.
Hey,
what do you
shout out
expect,
AJ
you know?
Green. AJ Green is a bucket.
He kind of got that thing on him. God damn.
Hey,
Whoa.
I apologize.
Whoa.
I just okay.
Whoa.
I apologize. I just didn't know ball. I was ignorant to AJ Green. Somehow I missed him last year. Shout out, this man's a shooter.
He be letting that motherfucker fly. God damn.
For the audio listeners, we're looking at a chart right now of his shots that a local, I'm guessing, Bucks writer put out. He shot 44 out of 105 on 3-point shots, 42%. They look at a shot chart. It's all threes. He killed it from the left corner. This seems like a decent little role player.
Yeah. Along with, new faces, new players. New faces, new players is funny. But they do have a new head coach. It's something
really
I think
not.
none of us. Yeah.
It's really not.
It wasn't because it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing. But they do have a new head coach. Who's their head coach right now? I fucking forget.
It's a first-time head coach. I forgot his name.
It's your man from Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh,
Adrian
really?
Griffin.
It's AJ Green's dad?
Yeah, Adrian. Is that his
Adrian
dad?
Griffin. Yeah, that's AJ Green's dad.
Oh, I
Or
didn't know
Adrian
that.
Griffin, my bad. Adrian Griffin
Yeah.
on the Hawks' dad. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man.
I was so confused. I said, "This is
Yeah.
his father."
No.
You got logic on the Bucks? That's crazy.
Logic on the Bucks. Oh no.
No, that's interesting. But yeah, we'll see. He's very much unknown to us. We're not deep enough in the coaching weeds to know his contribution to the Toronto Raptors. But
Yeah.
we all agreed by the end of last year that Bud had to go. They need a fresh face in there.
Yeah.
We assume they're going to lose faith in him. It really comes down to Chris Middleton's health. Everything
Facts.
that Donovan said was completely valid. And the only reason any of that matters is if Chris Middleton's out. If he stays healthy again and gets back to what he looked like in the playoffs last year, which is a pretty good approximation of himself, they'll be fine. But it's a big if at this point. He gets hurt a lot.
A is fine just because of health.
Yeah.
Fair.
I agree with Donovan that at this point, we all know they have S tier ceiling, but we just got to see it happen and see it click to believe it.
Exactly.
S tier, you have to be without a shadow of a doubt going to be a great team.
Just be on the floor, Chris, and I'm putting you on S.
All right, A tier it is. We want this next team. The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ooh, man.
I'm kind
This
of
is
bullish
very
on them.
interesting.
Listen, there's been so much fucking Anthony Edwards propaganda on the timeline the last 2 weeks.
Bro.
Everybody has just decided that he's Luka and he's going to be the face of the league next.
Folks,
And I don't know why. I don't know why.
Exactly.
It's because he's cool. And I think he's great too, but people are acting like he's already a top 10 player, which is just like sloppy toppy.
I'll tell you why, man. They went ahead. They're giving him the meanest slop they have. He has a ton of meat munchers, bro. He's cool as hell. Aura's cool, bro. He's from Atlanta, so automatically you just get a plus 10 in cool points. Dude, his play style, you just naturally gravitate towards him, just like his personality, bro.
He's not playing fair this year.
Tell me, what does that even mean? He's not.
It comes
playing
down
fair.
to the fact that he's handsome and he plays like Kobe in a very.
He's not even
sense.
handsome. He looks like Frankenstein to me, bro. To be honest with you.
Oh dang!
But I just saw a 1-to-1 highlight split screen of MJ and Anthony Edwards, bro. They're acting like he went on. They're acting like he went on a 2021 Luka-esque run to the NBA.
You would have thought he made the conference finals.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I agree though, but I agree he's gonna be great next year. This whole face of the league shit, I'm like relax. But okay, if you're going off of the fact that he's gonna be charismatic plus really good, that's what you need to be faced. I get it, but I think that requires you to be one of the best players in the world, and like I need to see another step first before I think he's gonna be like on that Luka, Giannis, Jokic level. But I say all that to say, another year of development from him. He's gonna be a legit star. Jaden McDaniels is the most underrated player in the NBA. Another year of development from him. Supposedly he grew a little bit too. He's like 6'11" now. He is. Holy shit. That's a gigantic team. Cat and Gobert, another year to gel, if they ever gel. Maybe it's a no. But I think they'll be a decent team next year.
Bro, what is this picture that Nikhil just pulled up?
Meat munching.
That's crazy, man. What are you going to say, Donovan? My bad.
I want to put them in... I want to put them in C. I will put them in B. Listen, I didn't think that they were going to be great last year either. And the same problem that they have, what they have is not something that can be fixed with just like an off season of work and gelling. They have a fundamental problem in the way that their roster is constructed. And if you have Cat and Gobert as your 4 and your 5, your defense is going to be weird. And like the spacing, like Ant was saying in the beginning of the year, that's still going to be there, in my opinion, at the start of this year because Cat missed 50 games. They still haven't had time to figure a lot of it out. I don't think they're going to be that good. I think Ant's going to be really good, and he's going to figure out a way to score more points. But as a team, I don't see the upside in them.
I think the upside is, well, one, Gobert was wildly overhated last year. He wasn't like, people act like he fell off and became like Zubac. It wasn't really it wasn't really reality. Once, especially once Mike Conley got there and he had a point guard he could gel with and knows how to throw him lobs, he was fine. So, again, it wasn't a great fit, but he was fine. We know Ant's going to be great. We know Conley's going to be there and be solid and facilitate Gobert on offense. We know Jay McDaniels is going to be one of the best wing defenders in the NBA. It comes down to can Cat be a useful 4 and learn how to play that way? I don't know if I'm going to predict that either, but it wouldn't be entirely shocking if it wouldn't be like, it's possible.
You did the same thing last year, and you talked yourself into him. And I think
I hate them. I mean, a little bit, but I didn't like them at all last year, and I still don't. I'm not putting them in A tier. I'm not like people were like, "Oh, they're gonna be the 3 seed." Fuck out of here. But they could be decent. Like if you want to put them in BMO, I'll let it happen.
Oh man, putting them in B feels nasty because I'm just like, fundamentally, like the math is not mathing right now, bro. I see 2 players who can do a lot of positive things on the court, but together they are negatives. So for that, I have to put them at C.
You're right. Let me stop. Let me not let this fucking crazy propaganda about this man sway me. They're a C tier team.
Let's go.
I almost let the Ant propaganda sway me, but it's not going to happen today.
Let's go.
Oh, dude.
That man is not my goat. Okay, so that's mine. The Pelicans.
Oh, man.
Ooh, B or C?
It just depends on how you feel about Zion. That's literally it.
Yeah.
What's more likely? Zion playing 60 games or Zion playing 45?
It's really easy to logically be like, he hasn't played 60 yet, so it's got to be that. But that's not necessarily how things work. It is small sample sizes still. Well, not really. 3 seasons.
Is it? It's 4 seasons.
Let me not say that. Oh, it is 4 seasons.
Insane. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been healthy for one of them, relatively.
Damn.
And it just feels so lazy to be like he's gonna get hurt again. But
yeah,
a good chance he'll get hurt again. So
yeah, I mean, I don't even think it is lazy. Just going by what has been done and what he's produced, Yeah. But at the end of the day, in my mind, I'm just I'm envisioning some 2K storyline or whatever. Zion gonna go ahead and have a monster year, blah blah, and they could peak Pelicans. They could be A tier. Peak Pelicans could be A tier. Worst case C tier.
My only thing is for him to continue to get hurt every year is going to mean that he is one of the most injury-prone stars in the history of the NBA. He's Greg Oden. He's in that echelon of biggest what-ifs if it happens again. And that just doesn't happen a lot. I almost maybe it's just the Joel Embiid precedent swaying me. But typically with modern medicine and sports science, they figure it out and can get to a point where it's always a lingering issue, but it's not 20 games every season. So I don't want to predict that he's going to be one of the greatest injury flops of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The odds of that are low.
Can I give you a counterpoint?
Sure. It's your podcast too.
The Los Angeles Clippers exist. And so the same reason why we dropped them from their A potential to B, I think the same thing applies to the Pelicans because their entire success revolves on whether or not Zion is there. And in the 4 years that he's been there, like you said, he has only played over 50 games one time. So and
he hasn't had a single playoff run.
I can't trust him. Now listen, he's going to be fired for 2 months. He's going to be great. But there's the other 6 months of the season, he's probably going to be on the bench in some crazy outfit. So I'll put him in C.
So they have to be pushed down a tier for injury. Well, let's stay the same as the Clippers. But what does that mean? Because they could be A if they're healthy. Does that mean they get pushed to B? Or is it B to C? Because if they were healthy, Zion, Ingram, CJ is a crazy combination.
That's a great combination. And if they were healthy, I think they would be. I still want to say B because I have to see it long term.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable. They're a playoff team. They're a playoff team, and they're in not a terrible playoff team either. So
okay, answer me this though. They're unique though because the Clippers have 2 stars that always get hurt. That's why we lower them because they're fucked. Neither one guy stays healthy. If Zion gets hurt again, they still have Ingram and CJ. They can still be a decent team. That gives them a higher floor than the Clippers have, I think. Exactly. So does that mean they should drop a little bit less? You know what I mean?
I think that's why they should drop.
They should be C. They last season when Zion was hurt for a majority of the season, they finished 42-40. Were the 9 seed in the West. Lost at home in the playing game to the Thunder. I don't see a way where we can say, oh yeah, a Pelicans team that doesn't have Zion is still a capable team. Because even the Clippers, who had all that injury stuff, they were still out of the play-in. They were still 5th in the West. And so I want to give them a little bit more credit than the Pelicans.
Okay, I'm fine with C. It makes sense. Mo, do you want to go C?
Sure. I ain't going to go to deficit. I want to say B, but sure.
Yeah. If we're just being consistent, at this point, it's wait and see if Zion can do it. That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks.
B. They are as solid of a B tier team as there is.
I agree. I don't even think we should talk about it. I think they're just B as fuck.
Well, listen, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, there's no chance they're going to A, no chance they're going to C. They're extremely B.
You telling me
I think they're a high floor, low ceiling team.
And I am happy
Canadian RJ's not going to make that leap?
Hey, man, next team.
Okay, well, now we're on to a very interesting one. The Oklahoma City Thunder. This team could be so really polarizing. Good next year.
Guys. So polarizing, bro.
We have to put them in B.
I'm with it.
We have to put them in B.
They're going to be the Pacers last year.
They're going to be so good. They're going to be so good.
Listen, man, he's passionate as fuck, Mo. Let's give it to him. He's dealt with a lot.
Can we do it?
Give him B.
Thank you.
Why are they going to be so good? Because the people have to understand your knowledge. I understand it because you had a whole conversation with your man.
Yeah.
So like, they need to hear it.
Listen, the Thunder last season were a game under 500. Shea was amazing. This next season, Shea's going to be amazing still. Josh Giddey is going to be better. Jalen Williams is going to be better. And they played the whole season without a center. And now their center is going to be Chet Holmgren, who at the very least is going to be blocking shots, providing some type of rim protection that they did not have at all. They are going to be fantastic. And even without all of that, they were still one of the better defenses in the league. And now you add this like super versatile 7'4" guy who can create a little bit offensively, can shot block with the best of them. That is exactly what they need to take their defense to the next level. And if you're able to get an offensive leap from 2 of the 3 guys in your starting lineup and get a major defensive piece back, you're going to be really, really freaking good. Like, yo, the Thunder are going to be nice. They're going to be nice, and they're going to be in the playoffs. And so, yes, I'm putting them at B.
I agree. Shea is on the path to being a top 10 player in this league. At minimum, he's going to be top 15 or so, if projecting forward. He's a true superstar. Josh Giddey, I think, is on the path to being a low-level all-star, truly one of the most special passers in the league, surprisingly good scorer, can hold his own on defense. That alone is an incredible backcourt that complements each other extremely well.
Exactly.
Jalen Williams burst on the scene last year. I don't know how I feel about him yet. I'm undecided. A lot of people think that he's going to also be like pushing low-level all-star as he gets into his prime. Maybe that's not next year. Maybe next year he's just a really high-level starter. But then there's also Chet Holmgren, who we just said could be the best defensive player in the league one day. Gives you that stretchability. I say all to say, like you said, 3 players could be all-stars very realistically, and they'll all do it in a way that is different so they don't step on each other. So they could all make that leap, and they could be looking at like 3.5, 4 all-star level players within the next year.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly. B tier.
The ceiling's just ridiculous. Like, they got to be B because they have the ceiling to be blossoming into like the next contender pretty soon.
Wow, man. That's so crazy to say and think about because like everything has been done the right way. This is a masterful rebuild. They still have a boatload of picks, and eventually they're going to have to make a move. I don't know what that move is going to be for. Maybe they're going to have to overpay because like of the market and how things naturally go. But man, yeah, I can agree with just about everything that you guys have said. Josh Giddey has like proved me, I don't want to say wrong, but he's like,
no, you hated him
steadily. I didn't hate him. He steadily improved. He steadily improved for sure. You know,
yeah.
And Chet Holmgren, he was what on your list, Donovan? Like 15, 16 or something like that.
Yeah, I put him at 15. We'll see.
Yeah. But you know, like,
good bit.
Yeah, bro. I like it.
This next team is also another interesting one. Where are we putting the Magic? Because they also have a pretty great young core that's like sneakily about to be competitive pretty soon.
Ah, man,
they're at C. They feel like the Thunder from last season.
Okay,
but
C is fair.
But even
yeah, that's fair.
But even then, like nobody on that team. I don't think anybody on that team is going to be as good as Shea was last season. And like they do have a lot of really good pieces.
Yeah. Paolo's not going to be like all NBA like Shea was, but that's because he's way younger. But like he's going to be making that leap towards like next season we're going to be like, oh, maybe the following year this guy's going to be an all-star.
Yeah.
And Franz Wagner's also kind of on the same timeline. He's incredible. Wendell Carter, incredibly underrated. They got to figure out that backcourt. Is Anthony Black going to be the answer? Cole, Markelle. They got a lot of guys that are good but not great. Jalen Suggs, who they weirdly have as a third-string shooting guard on this list. Terrible depth chart.
Bro.
It's a terrible depth chart. But they have a lot of pieces that, like you said, they're not going to be ready to be like making that Thunder type leap. But they're not going to be D or F, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're solid.
To be honest with you, yeah, like you said, actually, you're right. They're not going to make that Thunder type leap. I think they're on the same trajectory as OKC last season. I think there are a lock to be in the play-in last season towards the end of the year.
A lock to be in the play-in.
So there's a lot of teams, but they'll be in that mix.
For sure. But last season, they were phenomenal. Last season, towards the end of the season, actually. Or back half of the season. My bad.
Yeah, they had like phenomenal. A top 10 defense for a lot of the year last year. People didn't even realize it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's easy to fly by off your head when, like, you know, when you think of the Orlando Magic, you're like, oh, Paolo, nice, you know, but they actually have the most underrated player in the NBA, in my opinion, in Franz Wagner.
Fair.
The actual best contract in the NBA, again, in my opinion, Wendell Carter Jr., Markel Fultz has like resurrected his career and all that. They play a entertaining style of basketball that is actually conducive of like positive things on the basketball court. Like I don't know, they just have a lot of good things, good vibes going on over there, and no spotlight on them. This is their time to go ahead and surprise people and be a playing team.
They need a consolidation trade real bad though. Like they just have too many guys that are solid, and they got to figure out who they're going to roll with and really build around. Because last year they were shit because they had a lot of guys and no real identity. Like they had no spacing because like Paolo couldn't make a three to save his life, but he was also like clearly showed the signs of being an unstoppable finisher at the rim. Franz really good. Like it was just a conglomeration of talent that really had no identity. So they have to figure out how they're going to play. But once they do that, I think they have a really high ceiling going forward in the future.
And I think what's going to be that needle mover for them is when they finally, of course, like decide what the fuck they want to do at the guard position. They did go ahead and draft Juwan Howard's son. Forget his
Jett Howard,
name, but Jett Howard. And I saw him play in person. He's actually nice. He can do a lot of things, and I think he should be like the future 2 guard of that team. But more so, like like that's nice, but you really need someone. Again, like you need another playmaker on this team.
Trade for Dame.
Yeah.
That would be nasty as hell. That would be so fun. Woo. They ain't winning shit immediately, but that would be so fun.
To make that call.
All right, man. Let's put them in the C tier. Let's keep it moving.
C.
We're almost an hour and a half into this. We got like 7 teams left.
God damn.
2-minute long episode as always.
Yeah.
Next up, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Y'all can handle that. I don't even feel like talking about this mess.
They have Joel Embiid.
Is James Harden going to be there? Like, how do we even talk about them?
He won't be there.
Yeah.
Let's put him an F.
No. They have Joel Embiid. Let's stop. They have Joel Embiid.
Because we don't know what the teams look like. So until further notice, they don't have a team. So
it doesn't matter what the team, as long as they have Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and competent NBA players there, they're going to be an okay NBA team.
No, you're right. You're right.
Minimum.
Of course, you're right. But we can't realistically rate them because we don't know if James Harden's going to be there. So
it doesn't matter if he's there or not, though.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You're still going to put them at B, Donovan. If James Harden was committed to being over there, you wouldn't put them in the A tier.
Most actually right. Whether or not Harden is there doesn't really move me in terms of like their championship aspirations. And Maxey can hold down the fort in the regular season. So most actually right. Should we just put them in B?
Go ahead.
High B?
Go ahead. I just mean because we don't know. Like, what if they trade him for Norm Powell and like fucking Terrence Mann?
That doesn't move the needle. They're still B. Like they'd
be worse. They'd be ass. They'd be C.
No, they'd play an inspiring ball of basketball similar to what they did without Ben Simmons that entire first half of the season or whatever. The spacing is gonna be nice. Like it's.
They also have Nick Nurse as the coach.
I forgot about that. I feel so sorry for that, man.
They're gonna be so inspired to win 45 games a year. Great.
Exactly. That's a B team.
Whatever. Next team. The Phoenix Suns.
We'll put them in A just off of talent, but
this is the other team we could. There's an argument for S tier.
Oh no, I don't think an argument for S tier. I don't think so.
Why not? They have KD and Booker, insane. The Beal thing I know is like weird, but he's a better player than Chris Paul at this point. It's going to be a strange fit to figure out. Book's going to handle more playmaking duties. Beal will be more playmaker than he was before. We'll see if he's capable of that. DeAndre Ayton's still there. The new coach that I think could help him because he doesn't fucking hate him like Monty Williams did.
Who's the coach again?
Frank Vogel.
Nice.
The big man whisperer. He gets a lot out of defensive bigs.
Yeah, true.
There's a world where they're the best or second best team in the West.
I think this fit is just going to be too nasty, and to have Book, who is bucket getter, KD, high level bucket getter, Beal, bucket getter, but nobody. Their only point guard was Cam Payne, and they shipped him away. Who is running point? They said that Beal's gonna run point. It doesn't move.
I don't know.
They say that because he's gonna defend point guards, but in terms of who's gonna have the ball in their hands creating, it's gonna be Booker and KD.
It still doesn't move. If KD's the point guard, even if he's like the secondary playmaker,
he's not the point guard. You know that.
I understand. I am not moved by them to put them in S tier. I think that is a very big stretch. If you want to put them in A, fine.
They're for sure in A.
Okay, cool. They are not as good as the Celtics. They are not as good as the Nuggets.
I think,
Yeah.
and again, we're projecting. I think there's a world where things click and they are that good. It's not guaranteed because, like you said, we all know there's problems. Okay, well, whatever. It's just fine.
Nope.
A tier it is, you agree, Mo?
Yeah, A tier.
That's too
Okay.
much respect.
If I'm
There's a world you're right.
I'll put it this way. I don't know for sure if they're going to be great, but if I'm mapping it out and I'm actually, if I was going game by game, predicting how good these teams are going to be, I think it's more likely that things click for them than not. And I think they'll be like the second seed in the West probably.
Second seed is, man.
They're going to be great. I'm telling you, like they have so much talent that it's a weird fit because it's redundant, but they're not like. It's not like it's not when wrestling like, to the Lakers. It's not horrific. It can work.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think like these types of players, really D-Book can play alongside any type of player in the entire
KD
NBA.
well.
Same for KD as well. And Bradley Beal, you assume that he can do the same thing as well. Like they've developed into pretty good secondary and really good like tertiary ball handlers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, if you're gonna have a redundant skill set, you want it to be 3-level scorers that can succeed on or off ball. You can't have too many of those. The problem is you could say that because they have that many, they don't have a playmaker, which is very important, like we've seen with the Celtics. The Celtics still make the conference finals every year. I think this is a very comparable level of team.
Yeah,
I would be fine with S, but I'm not gonna. If you guys want to wait and see it, that's fine. A's okay.
I'm fine with A. DeAndre Ayton need to prove it to me, man. You can't let Jock Longdale play you. Like that cannot continue to happen, bro.
Listen, he had a coach that fucking hated him verbally to the entire world. He made it clear he did not rock with this guy. He did not want him on his team. It was a very poor situation for DeAndre Ayton to succeed.
There's a reason. There's probably a reason why Monty didn't rock with him.
Yeah,
because Monty wants.
I stand with Monty.
DeAndre Ayton has had plenty
Monty
of
only
red
plays
flags
players that he wants his
career.
daughter to marry. If he doesn't think that kid is worth leaving his stepson, he's not playing him.
This dude DeAndre Ayton said way back before he was even drafted, I believe, or maybe it was right after he was drafted. One of his main goals is to get that second contract in the NBA, and he went ahead and did it. That is an immediate red flag for any player in the NBA, bro. That's just something you don't say, and if you do say it, it just shows the type of player you are, your motives, and what's really important to you at the end of the day. Not to say that, like, yo, like, he doesn't care about winning, but it's like he's on cruise control now. He made it.
You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like in the pre-draft process where people were like, Anthony Edwards doesn't love basketball. He likes gaming too much.
That's different. Anthony Edwards never verbally said like, yo, like, you know, my main focus is getting that second contract. You're going to get to the bag regardless. You're in the NBA. What do you mean?
You're the number one overall pick. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm trying to get to the second contract. You're going to get it regardless. Like, what are you talking about?
What he means is he wants a lot of players have short careers because it's hard to make it in the league, and he's focused on making it and doing the hardest part, which is actually proving you belong in the league. It's not that crazy.
He thinks that it's charming to walk around and act like he's Peyton Pritchard and be like, oh, I'm trying to get the second contract. Relax. You're going to get the deal.
I don't know, bro.
You're going to be fine.
Y'all are mad at him for being humble, whatever.
It's that him wanting to be a
humble.
power forward and also their stuff earlier in his career. It's just like, bro, like, what are we doing right now?
Exactly.
He's so overhated. All right, next team. The Portland Trailblazers. Man, fuck this team. Can it be F?
Yes, they can.
I hate this team. Trade Dame already. Jesus Christ.
They can. Put him there. Let's keep it moving. I don't even want to talk about it.
Shout out to Scoot though.
True.
Yeah, good for Scoot. This team sucks. Where are we putting the Kings?
B.
Yeah, it's a BS team.
Wow. Yeah,
were you gonna say A?
I was gonna say low tier A because they were kind of making noise, but
no, they weren't. They were a fake contender. They were really good in the regular season.
Light the beam.
The Warriors were mid last year, and they couldn't get through them. The Lakers would have dusted them. The fucking Kings were always fool's gold. They're led by Sabonis. They're not going to win the playoffs.
Led by Sabonis. You finally said that. I love it.
I finally said their best player is mid.
No. You finally said that because of the archetype of their best player and all that. Like they're just like never gonna be upper echelon.
Yeah, for sure. I love Fox. Oh, no, I'm not say that. I don't deserve to say that because I critique him a lot. I like Fox. He's cool. I just don't care because his running mate is Sabonis, and I just don't think that team's ever gonna have the type of players needed to win in the playoffs.
Wow, same tier as the Indiana Pacers. Interesting.
Listen. Fully healthy, end of next year, you ask me who's going to win a playoff series? I might not pick the Kings between them two.
Ooh, that's tough.
Tyrese better. That's all I'll say. Where are we putting the Spurs?
We'll put them in D tier.
Why?
Why
do they deserve it over the Pistons?
The strictly Wemby?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve it.
Yeah,
to be honest, I think they should be F tier. I don't think they deserve to be on the same tier as the
my
Pistons.
problem is just the Pistons don't deserve F tier, so I'm comparing that to them. Why are the Spurs in a different situation than the Pistons?
Because they have Big Vic, and every game is at least going to be a spectacle. Like you're just gonna sit down and it's gonna be more fun than watching a Pistons game. They're probably in the same tier. God. They're probably going to be in the same tier. I'm going to enjoy watching Spurs games more than watching the Pistons.
I just think we're hating on the Pistons, man. I can't get over this.
Yeah, can we put them at D? Can we please put them at D?
Fuck on. Put them at D. I'm tired of this. We both want them there.
This is too much hate.
They're just too good, and like the culture is going to be completely different and all that.
This is too much hate, and I want to let y'all know. After the show, we will be having a conversation. This is too much hate. This is a conspiracy against me.
We just like the Pistons.
We need a team meeting.
This isn't about you. This is about Cade Cunningham.
This has gone on the whole show. I can't stand for it.
Second year Jaden Ivey, you kidding me, bro?
You just hate Cade Cunningham.
Bogdan, bro.
I don't hate Cade at all.
I know. All right, next team, the Toronto Raptors.
Hey,
D.
can we put?
I want to put them in F for real.
Thank you. Can we put them
I don't
in
think
F?
they're going to be like, can't have bounced that ass, but I think like they're going to be.
Can we put them in D?
A very blah.
Yeah, they should be
D. They're not terrible.
D or C. They're at best they're C. I mean,
they still have Pascal Siakam. Like that's the biggest thing here. Pascal, Scotty Barnes, destined.
They were C last year, and they lost Fred VanVleet, replaced him with Dennis Schroeder. They're objectively going to be a worse team.
Facts.
Do you believe in Scotty Barnes to make a big leap and kind of fill in that creation need?
No,
not with
Nor do I.
Not with how this team is constructed.
And
the longer that they're prolonging this, the more of a detriment it'll be to Scotty Barnes, the type of player that you once wished or hoped that he could be.
Nah, this team is getting blown up this season. Somebody,
this is deep. Yeah, that deadline's going to hit the train like a truck.
Exactly. Pascal's getting moved this year, and they're going to fall off a cliff.
Pascal is gonna. Well, he might actually get. I think he definitely should get moved. Like, I think he's definitely gonna get moved at the trade season. But this man is trying to go ahead, play his ass off, so he can get that Supermax contract. My boy, I'm sorry, but it's not happening.
Is that why he wants to stay there?
Yes, he wants a Supermax.
He wants to stay. I'm like, fucking why? Why do you love Toronto so much, dude?
The numbers, bro. The numbers. He wants a Jaylen Brown. Yeah, bro. He wants that 50, 55 M a year, bro. But I don't know if Masai is washed, but I genuinely don't know if he's washed enough to the point to where he will continue to sacrifice the state of his team unless he's just committed to being mid.
You love this Messiah's watch propaganda. You've been saying this since the start.
He genuinely is, bro. He hasn't done anything good over the last few years.
Hey, I might be with you. But at that point, every time that happens, and like if you're like this really good GM that's a smart guy who's doing dumb things, I tend to think it's ownership. I tend to think ownership probably isn't letting him blow things up.
Well, that's just the conversations that we're like we've never been a part of, never will be a part of, unless like we hear shit. Have you ever heard anything about ownership? I've never have. I'm not in
Toronto. No, I'm not tapped in with Toronto beat reporters though, so I have no idea.
Yeah,
you're not in the six like that.
Yeah. Right, last team, the Jazz.
This is so. I don't want to rank them, but they could be like a C.
Listen, Walker Kessler's like really good. B. Larry's a star now. They got some interesting draft picks.
I'll give them respect just because they showed out last season, so we'll put them in C. But they are also just mid, and I really don't want.
I don't think they're that mid. I think they're solid. I mean C is mid, so I'm not say that. You're right. C, yeah, I guess I do think they're mid.
Listen, they were 8 games. They were 8 game or 4 games under 500. So mid.
Oh, they got John Collins now.
Oh,
Jordan Clarkson had a good year.
If you have John Collins on your team, you are mid.
I do not hate John Collins.
You are gonna be mid.
Keontae George was incredible during summer league.
I fucking love Keontae, man. He's gonna be the next player in line that I see.
Taylor Hendricks and Kelly Olynyk as your bench front court. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Larry
Markin is not gonna skip a beat. Colin Sexton should be so much better this season. Yeah, Colin Sexton should be so much better.
That man is in the army. I
want to put him low end B. I don't want to put him low end B, to be honest with you.
That man is fighting.
Nah, you look at the teams in B and they're like legit. Like the Knicks are in B. We can't put the Jazz in B.
Thank you.
See, it is. True. And this is our tier list. Let's evaluate. See if there's any last second moves we got to make. S tier. All we have is the Celtics and Nuggets, which
That
I
feels
think if we
fair
did
to
a
me.
prediction episode, that's who we'd probably predict to be in the finals. So that tracks.
Wow. Okay.
Is there any teams in this A tier that you think should get bumped up?
Personally, I would really want to. I just would want to bump up the Bucks because, like, if it does happen, which I'm projecting it to happen, I'd want to just, be first on that. Like, I don't think that, like, if there was like serious roster deconstruction, or if Chris Middleton's knees were just like obliterated and he got
they might
Lonzo
be.
bald.
Nah, he had a good playoff series. He looks like he's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Now, like, I just feel like they should. I feel like they should be yes. I don't.
Did
think
you just
they
say somebody
fuck-
might go bald? Is that what I just heard?
I said if Chris Middleton's knees have been Lonzo bald, then
Oh,
possibly.
Lonzo Ball. Oh, that's
Yeah.
You know what? You know what, Mo? I'm with you.
What?
We can bump the Bucks up to S just because even with all that inconsistency last season, they were still the number 1 seed in the East.
True. Forget about that.
The offense,
Yeah,
the,
honestly.
the offense was mid. They still got results. We have to put them up there.
Yeah, and we're so
Yeah.
colored by the fact they lost in the first round, but like
Exactly.
Giannis got hurt.
Like
they-
if
it's-
it was other parts that were like, if it was
Yeah,
okay,
you're right.
Giannis is dinged up, Drew is like not the same player, Brooke is like ass and stuff like then it's okay. Like they're starting to fall apart. But it's just one player and who's just like, needs to get it together. And this one player is just he just happens to be integral to their success. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to
Okay.
put a mess.
Is there any way you guys can be swayed for the Suns to be S? That's the
No.
only other one that could possibly go up.
I could be swayed for the Suns. Definitely. The talent is
Don't do it. Don't do it,
too
Mo.
Okay.
much
Stay
Well, let me
strong.
get the argument. Let me get the
No.
argument.
No.
End of last year,
Stop
they got
talking.
KD.
Stop talking.
And they looked
No.
incredible. And you went up here as well as me, and everybody was like, this team could be the team that beat in the West. We all agreed on that like, maybe they need more time, but it won't be shocking if this is the team to beat. And Chris Paul was cooked. He's out of there. Insert Bradley Beal, who's a better player. You're going to empower Devin Booker more to be that lead guard, something we know he's capable of. Another year of KD gelling with this team, who has been a mixed bag for the last few years in the playoffs, but he's still KD. The bench got put together surprisingly well with a bunch of minimum guys. They have a decent supporting cast of shooters. Their offense is, I think, going to be elite basically no matter what. I don't see a
Is
world where they
Eric
have a bad
Gordon on
offense.
that team now, or am I
He
tripping?
is. He is a backup too.
Fuck.
And DeAndre Ayton should be better. I think you're going to have a solid rim protector. What's preventing them from having an S tier ceiling?
Just the depth and how fast I think they're going to be able to mesh and mold. But at the end of the day, if I believe that they'll be able to mesh and mold by the end of the playoffs, then I should probably put them at S. But at the same time, I'm like, how? I think that with Eric Gordon being there and him dropping people the fuck off and internationally, like I'm starting to believe, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I think maybe I do have a little bit too much hate for DeAndre Ayton. If he can just do the simple fucking things, and if Frank Vogel's track record is proven, then they should probably be yes.
Are you getting tricked by Eric Gordon playing like Puerto Rico in the World Cup? Is that what this is about?
No, Aaron Gordon's your reason.
Why are you trying to shame me?
No, if your reason for putting them in S is Eric Gordon cooking for the Bahamas, then never mind. Keep him in A. I don't even want it. I don't even want it.
Oh man, I mean, I was thinking about Eric Gordon and the other pieces around them, obviously too. But Eric Gordon is the forefront of that, and then of course DeAndre Ayton too. And so like the thought of those two guys being real consistent forces and being elite at their role makes me feel a little bit better.
Okay, well we can keep him in A. It's fine.
Thank
I
you.
can't look past the Bahamas love you to show as if that's like seriously applicable.
He
to
got
the
a
World Cup.
poster, man. Since when you seen that man big ass get up like that? It's been a minute.
Never mind, we're over it.
Let's stop.
This is our tier list set in stone for next year. We'll revisit this at the end of the season and see what we got right, see if
This
our
is
projections
law.
are accurate. This is what's going to happen. So be prepared to see the Celtics and the Nuggets in the finals. Maybe the Bucks if things go well. And yeah, here we are.
All right. We just had a jarring cut because we had a technical issue and we had to redo TikTok time. So we're back a day later. You guys have noticed that in the first 2 hours you watched, my audio was fucking horrendous. Sorry about that. It should be fixed now. Yeah, we're good.
Let's roll. Let's do what the
TikTok time.
crayon eaters came here for.
Exactly. As always, we're going to start with the draft. This time, we're going to do one of the first drafts we did, run it back, and we're going to do only young players 25 and under.
I need this. Listen, I'm so glad that we're redoing TikTok time because I think that I sold yesterday.
Oh,
Nobody's ever going to see it. I get a redo. I'm here.
Yeah, we burned the footage, but just know I cooked the fuck out of them. So I was like, oh, should I keep it in? But I won't be selfish this time.
Let's do it.
Let's roll.
So first pick, we got Mo. Then me second pick, Donovan third pick. Let's draft NBA lineups with only players 25 and under. Mo, where we going first pick?
Give me Luka Doncic, future MVP. Starting this off the right way.
Okay.
Basic, but
That's
Whatever.
fine, that's fine. You
I
gonna
guess
make
I
the
got Jason
playoffs?
Tatum second pick.
Nice.
Damn it.
If Mo's gonna be predictable, I gotta be predictable.
Okay. Let me see. There's honestly not a lot of good bigs. So you know what I'm gonna do? Give me Bam Adebayo. Give me Bam Adebayo.
Wait,
and
he's
give me Jaren
25?
Jackson Jr. Yeah.
Damn.
No, hey, he's 25?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was
Do your
drafted in
research.
2017. Are you serious?
Do your research. He's 25.
When did he turn 26? Show me the birth certificate. I don't believe that shit.
Oh, Bam's 26.
He's 26!
blind.
Liar, I
I'm
told
blind.
you! Do your
I'm
research!
blind.
You do your research. Fake news.
Blind.
I'm spitting
Well,
everywhere.
That's tough.
That
That
is
is
destroyed.
tough.
Told
Mike.
you. Nah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just spit all over the place.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of embarrassed.
We do.
I don't know what to do.
You
But you
don't
know
know
what?
about
This guy is a basketball podcast. I think of everybody Mike these days.
No, facts.
We need more electricians. I'm dead.
All right.
Get a job.
Still give me Jaren Jackson Jr. I still want him.
Nice.
And I got to get my guy. Give me Shea.
Oh, that's a good pick. Okay.
Jaren
I was
Jackson
for
Jr.
sure going to
Shea.
pick him next.
Nice.
Okay. Next up, there's not a lot of two guards. Give me Anthony Edwards.
Oh, now he was my pick next, bro. Damn. He was my next pick.
Listen, Tatum, Ant-Man duo, say what you want. I got the hottest duo so far.
That's hard. I ain't
Whoa.
gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Whoa. You said the hot. You think Anthony Edwards is like that? Seek help.
Everybody does.
Okay. So you got Tatum and you got Ant. That's such a hard combo. Go ahead and give me Mobley. I'm gonna put him in my
Okay.
4 or 5 maybe. And then at my 1, go ahead and damn. Don't want
I
to go
know.
1 or
Isaac really messed it up picking Ant. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You screwed
Positional
me.
scarcity.
Yeah, you fucking screwed
Y'all,
me.
y'all
It's
gonna have
whatever,
fun with Tyler Hero.
Go, yeah. Fuck, you screwed me. All right, whatever. Go ahead and give me Ant, and then no, Ant, my bad. Go ahead and give me. I'm gonna say it again. Go ahead.
Damn.
I know. Shut up, man. God damn it. Go ahead and give me Evan Mobley, and then at my 2, at my 1, I'm gonna get Trae Young, and then I'm gonna get Trae Young, and then give me Evan Mobley. There
This
you go.
man doesn't know what
I
he's
reset
doing.
it all. Yeah, give me Trae Young, and then give me Evan Mobley.
He is off crack.
Crazy.
You fucked me up with Ant, man. I had like a tier list of what I
7
wanted to
straight
pick.
brain
Oh my
aneurysms.
goodness.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, y'all sold. Give me Zion Williamson.
Damn.
He's never gonna play for you. That's fine.
He's gonna be on
He's
that
never
bench
gonna be on
watching.
your team. Okay. All right. Let me double this up. You know what? Give me Brandon Ingram.
He's 25 still?
I think so. I was going by what the NBA said on their.
Nikhil, check it.
Please
He's
tell
not.
me I'm
He's
not wrong
26.
again. Please tell me I'm.
He's drafted in 2016 or some shit.
No,
like
he's 25. He's 25.
Let's go. You
Bro,
have
that's
one
crazy.
more
He's
week.
25.
You have
Ha.
a week.
that. No, he was drafted in 2016.
Ha.
Wow, that's crazy.
September 2nd.
One more
Thank
week.
you.
That's hilarious.
Thank you. And so for the time being, give me Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
And then I would also like to put, I really like this guy. Give me Jalen Green.
Okay.
Okay. That goes with your agenda. I like it.
You know what? I got Zion to 4. I need a stretch 5. Not a lot of great options. Give me Victor Wembanyama.
This
okay.
guy.
You're one of
This
those.
guy.
You're one of
Okay.
those.
Okay.
You're one of those.
Okay.
That's cool.
Coming straight star power every position.
Listen, just know you made that pick. I need you to know where I'm going with my pick at the end of this track. You open the door. It's okay. It's okay.
Go ahead.
I'll get my guy.
The door is
I'll get my
open.
guy.
I'm gonna close
Mo.
that shit. Give me Chet. Give me Chet at my 4.
You suck. You suck. I hate you.
And then at my
hate
3,
you so
give
much.
me Desmond Bain. Spacing,
Ooh,
elite
okay.
defense, menacing, bro. Y'all ain't stopping shit.
Okay. I just want y'all to know y'all should be embarrassed by how good of a team I'm about to construct. Give me John Morant.
Ooh, John Moran was
He's
just on the board
also
like that.
not gonna play for you.
You got 2 delinquents, man. You got 2 delinquents and a
That's what
rookie's
I'm
going
saying.
through a midlife crisis. He already cut all of his hair. Dyed
Guns
it too,
and
bro.
buns.
You're over.
Guns and buns. You are not getting players.
Guns and buns is crazy.
Guns and buns.
I saw that somewhere on Twitter. I forget who did it, but that's gonna be the name of the documentary.
I claim that shit.
South Carolina.
Who do I want at my 5? This really sucks. That Bam.
Aiden.
Gross.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm
He's
not
right
gonna do
there.
it. You know what? Put Jaren Jackson at my 5. At my 4, give me Paolo Banchero.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. That's solid.
All right. So, Donovan, you opened this by saying you were glad we didn't do yesterday's because you sold. My man, I have good news for you. You sold again.
What are we talking about?
This is not
What
as
are we
bad.
talking about?
This is not as bad as yesterday for sure. So my
Jalen
lineup
Green,
is
Ingram, Paolo.
Jalen Green, Ingram, and
We're getting
That's
buckets.
kind of
We're
nasty.
getting buckets.
That's kind of nasty. Yeah. So I
We're
got
getting buckets.
Trey Young, Luka Doncic, Desmond Bain,
Loser.
Chet,
Loser.
and Evan
Loser.
Mobley.
Loser.
Yo, y'all ain't getting shit at the rim.
All of
You
all
may
of them
cave my
outside of-
chest
all
in
of them
because these
outside of
boys
Chet-
weigh 150,
all of-
but other than that, I'm straight.
All of them outside of Chet are losers.
I got John
Outside.
Morant, hard. Anthony
Delinquent.
Edwards, hard.
International
Jason
star.
Tatum, hard as fuck. Zion Williamson, hard as fuck. Big Vic, hardest as fuck.
Your team is fake, man. Your 2 of your star players are not playing. One of them, he has no hair anymore. Or is gone. Anthony
Not
Edwards.
facts.
I can't say nothing about that because he's Anthony Edwards. Hard.
All right, I got SGA, I got Jalen Green, got Brandon Ingram, Paolo Banchero, Jaren Jackson Jr. Listen, we are a young team on the rise, and we
Yeah,
can
you're
make
a
some noise.
pesky 11 seed that can compete in any given night.
11? Come on now. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me.
I'm at least 9.
Don't disrespect me.
That's funny.
Let's move on.
All right, man. Next video we're going to do, I think, Mo, you have some funny moments to show us.
Yeah, man. The last NBA season was hysteric. It was historic and it's historically funny, dude. So we're gonna do a TikTok about NBA funny moments. We're gonna run this hook and get this shit going. Which NBA moment was funnier? All right, so we got Rudy Gobert's fadeaway. You have to look at, I think it's Chimezie Metu. His immediate reaction, dude literally threw away the towel, versus Draymond Green's mini doc about the Jordan Poole punch. He created
It's
a mini
clearly
documentary
Draymond
about
Green.
that.
It's absolutely Draymond
It's
Green.
clearly Draymond. Like he literally tried to gaslight the entire NBA into thinking that he was the victim for sleeping Jordan Poole. Like,
Bro.
come on now.
He had
Come
a
on.
media rollout to be the one. He had a media rollout to be the sympathetic figure in an assault that he committed.
This could have been a
I
simple
don't
tweet,
know what happened.
an
I don't know
Instagram
what
story.
happened. I just looked up one day and my fist was on his face. It just happened.
He was
It
just
just
so
happened.
punchable. I had to do it. Honestly, if you were me, you would do the same.
And he got that out quick too. That was fast.
Yo,
No,
That clutch
was
media machine
ridiculous.
does not slow down.
I
That
know,
was
bro.
ridiculous.
But y'all underrating the Rudy Gobert fadeaway. When have you ever seen Rudy ever do this on an NBA court, bro? In the NBA, never. Dude threw in the towel, throughout the towel, literally. His teammates other teams like this, everyone's frustrated.
Here's the thing. I would try and like make a case for Rudy, but he's Rudy Gobert and he does goofy stuff all the time. So it's just like it's just another night for Rudy Gobert. Right?
irritating,
There's
bro.
nothing special about this.
Honestly, it's funny. I agree. But this Draymond moment might be the funniest of the last decade. He knocked Jordan Poole the fuck out and went on a press tour about it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
listen, that's amazing marketing. It's amazing marketing. It's
What is he
wild.
marketing?
I don't know himself, like himself, the podcast. I don't know what he was trying to do, but to try and spin the narrative like that, kind of have to give him credit. It's
Generational
funny, though.
manipulator.
It's hilarious.
If you put it in the framework of this is a podcast rollout, that's fucking hysterical. You knock your teammate out to launch a media career.
I can't believe this is
Oh, he's
this aired.
despicable.
Can't believe that he forced the TNT producers to do this, bro. This is hilarious.
No facts. Did Rich Paul tell him to do this? Is this a Clutch Sports production?
If so,
I don't know what happened.
genius, because we're talking about it right now.
Yep.
That's true.
All right, what's next?
Next up, we got the infamous Anthony Edwards interview versus LeBron's tweet. And this for context, this Anthony Edwards moment, he was interviewed about their future lineup or their future. Damn, my brain is not working today, bro. And Isaac is dying. My brain is not working right now, and Isaac is dying. Let me lock the fuck in.
You even said that twice.
I know. I said that twice, and then my mind just like skipped parts of the sentence I was trying to fit in.
There's
Whatever.
so many cuts in this audio.
I'm not cutting shit.
So for context, I said Jaden again. So for context in this, god damn it, bro. Give me time. Oh my god.
We're never gonna get to these pictures. Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
All right, you ready? Okay.
Been ready.
So for
LeBron's
context
ready.
for this Anthony Edwards interview, they were talking about their potential matchup against Kevin Durant. And this was his reaction. They got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels. Versus LeBron's maybe it's me tweet when they didn't end up getting Kyrie Irving traded to the Lakers.
It's easily LeBron. Like, if you're Anthony Edwards, what else are you supposed to say, right? Like, you just have to have confidence in your team. LeBron, this at 4:30 in the afternoon. This man just had to be in his house, just palm on face, just oh my gosh, what is going on? Is it me? Is it my fault? Like, it just sounds so ridiculous.
No, this is hilarious. LeBron thinks he's in like an R&B video or something. He's on his knees, just fucking falling apart. No,
He's singing in the rain.
Yeah.
You know that video? Whatever, he didn't get the foul at the end of the game when they lost, and he fell to his knees, hands on his head. Same energy, same exact energy. He's dramatic as hell. It's hilarious.
Bro. Yeah, he's 37 tweeting like this. What are you doing, man? It's probably lunchtime with your kids. You gotta fucking pick up Bronny from school. What are you doing? It's hilarious.
You know
But
LeBron sleeps
actually,
a lot. He's like an hour and a half away from going to bed.
That is true.
Down bad.
That is true, bro. It has to be maybe it's me because Jaden McDaniels actually did do his shit when they went ahead and played KD the next game because he was like, I think, KD was like 0 for 6, 0 for 7 while Jaden McDaniels guarded him. So Anthony Edwards was spitting.
Ant just made a simple observation. He just was real. LeBron was incredibly dramatic. It was hilarious.
Facts. All right, what's next?
I don't know. You tell me.
We got Draymond Green crip walking on Sabonis' chest versus Julius Randle's son crying at the All-Star game because this man's dad couldn't hit threes.
Hey, man.
No, it's Julius Randle.
What? I think Draymond's doing a clean sweep. He stomped on Sabonis' chest.
When was the last time we seen someone do that, dog? Stomping on a chest like that. Clear as day.
Okay. When I see that, that's not like funny. That's just like, yo, you're just like wild, right? You're just reckless. Julius Randle literally missed so much that his child this is a core memory for his son now. His child forever is going to remember like, oh my gosh, my dad missed so much at the 3-point contest. You embarrassed our family.
Yeah.
I don't think you realize this is the season
Look at the
defined by
picture of the kid crying.
Yeah. Having
is
a
an
mental
ugly cry from a
breakdown,
5-year-old.
bro.
This season is defined by Draymond Green starting the season with an assault and finishing it with an assault. That's hilarious.
Missing so much.
He
Missing
can't
so
stop
much.
harming people.
You don't know if you just saw this picture of this kid, you would think that like
Bro.
he either got grounded, he got his iPad taken away, right? Something like awful happened, something traumatic happened, and it's literally just Julius Randle bricking for 2 minutes straight.
I put this on my life.
And this is the reaction. I can't.
Sabonis looks like a Simpsons character.
Bro,
He's just dope.
I put this on my life. We can make an entire tier list video based off of Draymond Green fouls. This is ridiculous.
Bro, he's a serial assaulter.
Yeah.
He has bodies.
Yeah, bro. If he was not in the NBA, he would guaranteed be in prison.
How did he go that far?
Well, he would, bro. This shit is serious.
That's hilarious.
I'm taking Randall's son crying.
That's funny. All right, what's next?
Yeah. We got, this is from the exact same game. Patrick Beverly showing the ref a missed call in the game with the camera, bro. A DSLR versus LeBron turning into Randy Orton after a missed call.
Oh, this is a hard one.
Oh.
This is a hard one.
This is a generational
I
game,
don't
bro.
know.
Quality of the game was great. Memes were
I don't
fantastic.
know.
It's got to be LeBron, though, right? Like, that's the most, again, we're going back to the tweet, peak dramatic man.
Yeah, I don't know, because Patrick Beverly's moment is memeable for days, years. Your kids will use this.
I mean,
meme.
so is Bronze. I think Pat Bev's moment was really, that's honestly like the right thing to do. Like there's a whole bunch of people who are like, it was a clear foul. It was a clear foul. And so you try to show people up. What LeBron did, that was one of the most 7-year-old performances I've ever seen in my life. Jumping, literally falling out on the stand up, LeBron. Stand up. You are a grown, get off your knees. You are a grown man. What is happening right now? What is happening?
No, this is LeBron is one of the funniest athletes of all time in terms of the moments he's had.
Yeah.
This is top tier LeBron. That's saying something.
I want to watch this. I'm going on my laptop. I'm
This might
watching
be
this for
funnier
myself.
than Yabba Dabba Doo Old Neighbor. This might be funnier than that.
No, dude. Honestly, honest to God, we're gonna do a LeBron meme tier list soon.
Oh, we have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to
Was
watch
the first
this
day out
myself.
one? Bro, he's hilarious.
Bro. All right, what's
This man
next?
doodled Bart Simpson.
Oh yeah. Oh God, bro.
Yeah, we're doing that next week. Get ready to see a LeBron meme tier list.
Yeah, this is gonna be amazing. All right, what's
Yeah, I'm
next?
gonna go LeBron.
I'm watching it right now. This is crazy.
Dude, he's spazzing out. Have you ever seen prime Randy Orton before and how he's like sizzling
This
up,
is
ready to be
crazy.
in sync to decimate someone's life? He did the same shit. Except the only thing is he got let down.
Oh, my
He got decimated.
Oh my goodness. What's next?
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Austin Rivers getting jumped by a bunch of scrubs versus Thomas Bryant screaming for the ball before he passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I knew LeBron was funny. Every single one of these moments has something to do with LeBron. This is crazy.
No, Thomas Bryant's for sure a comedian for this. But Austin Rivers got slapped.
Bro, Mo Bamba whooped that man ass, and Jalen Suggs literally threw that man across the floor. He got strays from bench players, bro.
His eyes were closed. He got knocked out on an NBA court, and we didn't acknowledge it as a culture. That's hysterical.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It has to be that.
Good job, y'all.
We're talking about Draymond Green's assaults. We let Mo Wagner slide way too easy.
Straight colorism.
Oh, bro.
Straight
Yeah,
racism.
bro. And where's Austin Rivers' teammates at too, bro? He just got. Where's Anthony, man? Where's Katz? Where's
Nobody
Rudy?
liked each other on that team.
They're on the
Nobody
back
liked
of the
each
bench.
other.
They're all on the back of the bench going, World Star! Watching him get knocked out.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards definitely doing like this. Hold on. Funny.
It's gotta be that.
Yeah, bro. That's funny. All right. Next up, we got Shannon Sharp beefing with the entire Memphis Grizzlies, including John Morant's dad, versus Conor McGregor sending the Miami Heat mascot to the ER after a skit.
Okay, so sending a mascot to the ER is a hilarious thing to do. I'll say that first.
Bro.
But this picture alone of Shannon Sharp looking mad sassy, looking back, it's gotta be that.
He looked like someone fucked him up for life, bro. He's like someone tried his life. I don't know what that look caused him to do, bro.
I'm a huge fan of Shannon Sharp. But to glaze LeBron this much that you would fight the Memphis Grizzlies 1-on-15 is insane. Yeah. That's crazy. Please, what are you doing?
He is the top line commander of the LeBron D writing community, and I salute. No one will ever look Steven Adams in the eyes like this, bro. Ever. Are you kidding me?
The funniest part, he had no shame. Look at his face. He would do it again.
Oh, yeah. And I would pick him in the fight, though.
Over Steven Adams?
Ass. He's killing Dylan Brooks. That's a murder.
He crushed his head like a melon.
Shannon Sharpe is like that.
Yeah,
no, those are biceps that took hits from Ray Lewis. Dylan Brooks is doing nothing to him.
That is true. Oh, man.
Yeah. Easily Shannon.
I like that.
Next
up, we got Grant Williams saying, I'm going to make both free throws, proceeding to miss both, versus Jericho Sims' lame-ass dunk contest when he just opened up the letter and he ripped the 50 and letter in half, bro. I think it has to be Grant Williams, right?
It has to be Grant Williams. The weak dunk and dunk contest. The dunk contest has been dead for years. We've seen a whole bunch of lame dunks. This is just funny. This is just funny.
I will say he was especially weak. That shit was ass.
Yeah, that is true.
There's been worse than Jericho Sims. At least he made the dunk. There's some guys who can't make it. But to have an infographic like this with your quote on it saying I'm gonna make both, and then video evidence of you missing both, you are not him.
Causing you to lose the game too at that. That's tough, man.
Yeah.
You can't escape
it's
that.
not even the fact that he missed both. It's the confidence in which he declared he'd make both. He was so sure.
That
not
right
one?
there. Not
one.
Set their head coach off. We ain't after this. I swear, I felt like I never seen Grant Williams play. I don't know, bro. Why are you laughing like that?
You should just ask the Dallas the next business day. They already knew.
We never seen him play for the Celtics again, bro. Just on that bench, straight up.
Yeah, that's the moment where Grant Williams knew this coach is not Ime Udoka. He's not finna run me 40 minutes a game. All right, that's the end of that one. That was a great segment.
Yeah.
The next thing we're gonna do something we haven't done in a while: an NBA redraft. This time we're gonna do the 2022 draft class.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah, this will be great. So yeah, y'all know how it goes. We're gonna redraft 1 through 10. It's gonna be fantastic. Let's redraft the 2022 NBA draft class. First pick, we're still going Paolo, right?
No brainer. He ain't
it.
going nowhere, bro. Yeah, still by far and away, I believe he will continue to be the best player in this draft and the only player who's franchise tag worthy.
Yeah, I'll be at this point. I'll be shocked if Paolo doesn't become a top 30 player in the league. There's nobody else in the draft class I can say that for.
It's set, bro.
This man is already on Team USA. He's already representing the country. He's the first pick in the draft.
Facts, bro.
The last person we saw be Team USA after the rookie year was Anthony Davis.
That's crazy.
Pretty good company to be in.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah.
Random note. Walker Kessler's there too.
Yeah, but he's not really playing as big of a part.
Yeah. Number 2, are we still going Chet Holmgren or do we got to give somebody else credit?
I think we probably should go Chet still because no one has seen him play, and whenever he has played, he looks elite, supreme. So might have to go there.
Yeah. I'll still give Chet that honor of being the second pick in the draft. We all expect Chet to be really good this year, so we can keep him there.
Yeah, if we're projecting forward, and if you thought he'd be the second pick before last draft, and you thought that was fair, no reason to think otherwise now. Nothing changed.
Facts.
Number 3, though. We're not going Jabari Smith Jr. I'll go ahead and say that.
Hell no.
What?
Are we going J-Dub?
For the Houston Rockets, I might want to go Keegan. Well, actually, yeah, I think we should go J-Dub. He's a better player. He's a better player.
Who else? Because it could be Jaden Ivey. He looked pretty promising.
No, not next to Jalen Green. Can't do that. Can't do. He's not a natural playmaker. Can't do that. You're asking for basketball suicide.
I would still take J-Dub.
Yeah.
You take J-Dub over him?
Yeah.
I guess the only concern would be he's older. Do you think he has just as high of a ceiling, or do you think he was so good because he's old?
It's fine.
Yeah, I think
he's okay.
Yeah, that and imagining the pairing of Sengun and J-Dub along with Jalen Green it's more. There's more of a connection there.
Okay, we'll go J-Dub at 3. At 4, this is where it gets interesting. You could go Jabari Smith. There's still reason to believe he'll be good. But Keegan Murray and Jaden Ivey were probably better last year.
Give me Keegan Murray still. There's no
There you
point to
go.
drafting
There you go, Mo.
Jaden Ivey. I mean, that is a Kings thing to do because they tend to draft too many point guards. So it wouldn't surprise me. But
Well, are we focusing on the team or just because like? So are
Both.
we focusing on the teams?
I think both.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Sacramento was very happy with Keegan Murray, but
Yeah.
I think Ivy and Jabari Smith have a higher ceiling.
Yeah, that is true. But what are they looking for? Maybe it is Jabari. Maybe
They took Keegan Murray because they were like, we need somebody to come in here right now, contribute. Keegan Murray 100% did that. And so I think that he's perfectly fine at 4. He's very pro ready, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with being able to step in right now, even if your like overall ceiling isn't like 100%. He's still very, very valuable.
Facts. That's what brings. Yeah, that's the value that they're looking for, and he provides that the most out of compared to Jaden Ivey and also Keegan Murray.
Okay, that's fair. 5. Do we still have Detroit picking Jaden Ivey, or is there Jabari Smith Jr., Shaden Sharp? Is Walker Kessler getting in the mix yet? He's coming up soon.
Or is it Benedict Mathurin? You got to be in that mix too.
I'm picking all those guys over Benedict Mathurin, I think.
Same here. I would take.
I think Jabari could go here. I think Jabari still has a really high ceiling.
It's a better fit, in my opinion, with Cade. Like, listen, Jaden Ivey's good, and I'm a fan of his. But that 2 ball handler situation is going to be kind of weird. They also added another ball handler playmaker in Asar this year. So yeah, let's add Jabari Smith to that core. I think that would be a very, very interesting core.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot for Jabari.
Yeah, a bunch of mid big men, except for Duran. I guess it fits.
Number 6, Indiana. I think this is a Walker Kessler fit.
Hell no, it's not. They already have Miles Turner. It feels like he's solidified. Just got extended. It's still going to be Benedict.
Are we okay? Well, we can't do too much. This is more about how good the players are than the teams. We're focusing too much on the teams.
Even then, I'm still taking Benedict. He's too much of a. I think he's a better fit alongside Tyrese. He's that aggressive scorer.
I would take Walker. I would take Walker over Benedict.
Easily.
Wow,
are we picking Jaden Ivey over both of them? Does Jaden Ivey go here?
No. For the Pacers, no.
Shaden Sharp?
No.
That moves me. That moves me.
That moves you?
That moves me. It would either be Walker Kessler or Shaden Sharp in this position.
Y'all are tweaking.
And I think I
love Benedict Mathurin.
I don't love him. I just like what they have going on in the Pacers. Next,
you saw you saw the first 2 weeks of the season and you're like, hey, this guy's him. And then after that, you stop watching the Pacers. I would take Walker Kessler. I think his defense is impeccable and it adds a whole lot to a team, especially when your lead guard is Tyrese and he's gonna let a lot of people blow by him because he's not a great defender. You need somebody to clean that stuff up at the rim. So I'll take Walker Kessler.
That is true, but I'm taking Benedict's ceiling over the stability that Walker Kessler will provide. I think you can find not a lot of Walker Kesslers because I don't want to say he's that
I think Walker has a higher ceiling than Benedict.
Nah, tweaking.
You can draft Walker. You can draft Walker and then trade Miles Turner and then get some more picks back and keep building your team. Like Walker Kessler is a perfectly fine pick here.
Okay. It's a fine pick.
I feel safe as having Walker Kessler as the 6th best player in this draft. That's fine.
That's solid. Whatever.
Ha.
At 7, I think at 7 we had to pick Jaden Ivey. I think he's falling too far.
Sure. Sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. I mean, it's gonna be like if we're just saying whatever to fit, then cool. But
I hate how low he's falling because I do think he'll end up being top 5 in this draft class. But
yeah, Jaden Ivey already fell too far. We should have picked him higher. He's got to go here.
Yeah, for sure.
So 8, we have Benedict Mathurin, Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Sohan, Tyrese and Loki. Like, which one of these guys?
Sohan would be a dope fit there. I think it has. Damn, bro.
Shaden Sharp?
I'm cool with Sharp over Mathurin. I think Sharp has a really high ceiling with that athleticism. Granted, he hasn't put together the rest of the game, but I think those raw tools have give you a huge ceiling.
Give me Shaden Sharp.
Y'all are so nasty. Y'all are so nasty.
It's just like Benedict. I feel like you have Benedict Mathurin like a different tier. I feel like you have him in this like Paolo Chet Holmgren tier when he's just
hell no.
Nah, he's just like the rest of the other rookies outside of them.
He's definitely in between tier 2 or tier 3 of this rookie draft class.
He's fine.
Okay. Well, if we're going Sharp at 8, then Mathurin has to be 9.
Nah, let's go Jeremy
Nine.
Sohan. Nah, bro.
Okay.
we can go
Just piss off,
Benedict. Yeah,
Oh, man,
we can go
yeah.
Benedict.
9 is
Okay,
perfect.
Bennett at 9. Number 10, we got Jeremy Sohan, Jalen Duren, Tari Eason, Andrew Nenhard. Who gets his last spot?
Jalen Duren is nice.
I'll take Jeremy Sohan.
Oh, Jeremy Sohan versus Jalen Duren is tough.
That's tough. That's tough as fuck. But I kind of want to.
I'm taking,
Jalen Duren has a higher floor. He's going to be a good roll man. Should profile as a good shot blocker one day. You know what he's going to be.
But Sohan
Jeremy
is
Sohan's
he can be
passing
a
as a
fucking
forward.
phenomenal connector.
Yeah, Jeremy Sohan can be like a special type of player that doesn't come around very often.
Yeah.
So I think we go him for ceiling.
also, he has cool hair, so I'm taking him.
Facts.
is
Also,
true.
he has beef with LeBron. Do we ding him for that? For having too much dip on his ship? Or do we like that for the audacity?
But it's not with Braun. It's with the Braun fan page.
So we like that.
Yes. He's standing
Jeremy
up for
Sohan it
himself.
is.
He's standing up for himself.
Oh god.
Great. Jeremy Sohan number 10.
Okay.
Dope.
There we go. So that's our redraft top 10. I think we let Jaden Ivey far too fall. Well, I said far too fall. That was crazy. We let Jaden Ivey fall too far, but I don't hate this list.
It is what
It's
it is.
alright.
It'll be
It's
fine.
solid. You know how I feel about Bennett, but I digress.
Yeah, you fucking love him. You need to make a fan page.
I don't love him. I just know how good he is. I'm like, y'all.
Was that a snort I heard?
Maybe. I hope not.
Who scored it?
I think I
All
did.
Next video we got Donovan. I think you have some jerseys to show us.
I do. Do we have this PowerPoint up?
Yep.
Let's-
We're gonna do another old versus new, something we've been doing for a while. This started with jerseys actually. We've been doing a lot of player-based ones.
Haha.
Today we get back to jerseys.
Which NBA jersey is better, old or new? All right, first one up. We have this green Detroit Pistons jersey, which was their old city jersey, and this statement jersey that's a part of like this new era that they have going.
The old is nice, but that's not their bag. I feel like they're double dipping. This is not your lane, Detroit. This is not your lane. Even though it's
Can I tell you guys
better,
something?
but what?
What's up?
These are both trash.
Nah, be real. The old
What?
Detroit is not trash. Old
The
Detroit
green
is
one's
not
the green
trash.
one's bad. Okay, the green one's fine. The black one sucks.
The black one is not good. It's
Two-
DET. Like I feel like this is like the wide. This is the wide YMCA jerseys, bro. This is for
No,
some
this looks like a
men's
Metro
league.
bus. This looks so municipal. This looks terrible.
This does look like the Metro.
100%. Two things. One, the black one sucks. Two, you know who made the green one?
Who?
You know who designed it?
Who?
Don't.
Big Sean.
That makes me like it less, but it's better than the
What?
black one, so we'll pick that one.
You know, Isaac is a Big Sean hater. He has not liked him for several years, and he knows that Big Sean is one of my favorite rappers. This green one is getting the nod from me.
Yeah, this green one is genuinely better, bro. Look at. I think those are 3 stars over the D. It's hard.
Nice.
All
All
right,
right, what's next?
next one. We have this Magic jersey from the T-Mac era versus this new one with like the orange pinstripes.
Ooh, listen. I
Both
know we all
ass.
love Magic throwback jerseys. The pinstripe was one of the best jerseys of all time, but this blue one with the stars is ass. Those stars are so tacky.
This is not the wave. This is not the wave. And on the shorts, it has that like black panel. It just looks so out of place. I have no idea. Is that like a black pinstripe on the side?
I don't know. It just looks like the carpet in a movie theater.
Wow.
I don't know,
this
bro.
is- No.
Honestly, I kind of like it, but it's the color's a little bit too much for me. But even with that said, give me the old. I don't like that orange along with that white and that random ass star.
Threw me for a
or
loop.
old. Yeah, no, fuck that. Give me new. Give me old for sure.
No, the orange one's fine. It's cool. The orange is unique for their color schemes. I like it. It's just a matter. I don't love it though. It's just that the old one is horrible, so they win by default.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you're actually right. This does look like the fucking movie theater floors. Old school ones. Just imagine hella popcorn over that for some reason. Yeah, this is kind of gross. You just talked to me into
Yeah,
that,
get this
Isaac.
AMC shit out of here. Next.
All right. Next one. We have the new Suns jersey versus this tired, worn out black city jersey that they ran into the ground.
No, they for sure sledded this jersey out for sure.
But they slotted it out for a good reason though, because this new
It's
jersey
hard.
is hard as hell, and this old this old jersey's hard as hell, and this new one, it's not getting the good vibes, bro.
This
Devin
New
Booker's
Jersey,
not smiling.
Stop it. This New Jersey is one of the best jerseys, and it's one of the best redesigns that they've had in a while. Because you can go back 20 years,
Well,
and
yeah.
the Suns have had pretty bad jerseys, and this
Yeah.
new white one is fantastic.
Just because their old shit was ass doesn't mean this is good. This looks lifeless.
Yeah,
Making the
exactly.
sun white with the text white, it just looks plain.
It's
it looks
clean.
it looks devoid of life.
Exactly.
No,
It looks
it
like
looks clean.
you've been in fucking confinement for 12 hours a day, and it's your time to go ahead and go outside and hoop. This is what you would wear, bro. This is what they make.
This
and
is
people in jail be hella creative. Someone in jail made this jersey.
This
No,
is a
you
grippy
guys-
sock jersey.
You guys are getting fooled because he's wearing a t-shirt under it. This is going to look so good on court.
I don't know. Man.
I think it's fine, but the black one, there's a reason they ran it into the ground. It's really strong. I'm gonna go with that one.
No, I'm not with it.
Yeah, this is giving
I'm
me
not
straight.
with it.
This is giving me straight jacket vibes, bro. What's super important too is your jersey has to be versatile, and if you can't wear a white tee under it, if it's that bad, then you shouldn't be wearing it.
In fact, you put a black tee under that Valley jersey, just fine.
Hard.
All right, next one. Okay, we have this old yellow New Orleans Hornets jersey versus one of their city jerseys from last season.
That
Man,
old
I
one was
don't-
terrible.
I don't know if it's the actual jersey that's terrible or just because of how Anthony Davis looked in that photo. Both just bad. Both just bad, but the new one, it's slightly better.
I'm not
He
gonna
for
lie.
sure looks like a cricket.
I'm not gonna lie. Nostalgia has me in the chokehold right now because I'm really going with this old one.
What?
What do you like about that? Ugh.
Listen, this reminds me of like a very like NBA Live moment, right? PlayStation 2 type of era.
See?
I have no
Nostalgia's
real
beating
reason.
the shit out of you right now.
You
Outside
just
of
miss being
nostalgia.
12 years old and
Yeah.
not having to go to work.
Facts.
This jersey sucks.
Facts,
100%.
bro. I hate
That's
the
a very
yellow. I
good
hate the
time.
blue. What is this
That's a
color
good time in
scheme?
life.
Makes me feel like I'm in 4th grade again, bro. Drawing the sunny blue skies and the yellow sun. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Give me the new one.
Pinstripes too, gross.
What? Stop. It's
Hell.
hard. No, the pinstripes elevate the jersey. It's really, really hard to mess up pinstripes, and they didn't mess it up here.
Yellow
That
jerseys
Dijon
was so
mustard
ugly.
jersey. It's gross.
Dijon mustard.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know New Orleans for real. It's okay. It's okay. Next one. We got these like 1990s. We got these late 1990s Rockets throwbacks versus the throwbacks that they used from last season when the Rockets were in like San Diego from like the 60s to the 70s. Which one is better?
Listen, I know the right answer is the 90s ones. I don't love it as much as everybody else does.
Woo! Someone said the truth. Finally.
it just gives me like old diner vibes. Like it just looks like Rocket Power, like the cartoon. It's too 90s. It's too Nickelodeon.
The graphic designer for the Rockets creating the San Diego ones was in his bag, bro. It's super unique too. You don't tend to see just 2-3 stripes across the shorts only, and that being the only major blocks of color. This is beautiful.
I expected this type of hate from Isaac, not from you, Mo. Not from you. You let me down. You let me down. These Rockets jerseys are fantastic. You take this design, put it on a starter jacket, you are cooking. You put it on any other type of merch, any type of hoodie, t-shirt, you can put it on a pair of pants. It's fantastic.
Pair of
This
pants.
is this is the clear winner.
This is good if you're purposely trying to dress like an 8th grader from the 90s. Like you're going for that Hey Arnold look. But in terms of like standing the test of time, I'm not rocking with it anymore.
Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
act like Arnold didn't have drip. Okay. Okay. Listen,
He
if
did
we're
put
lying,
that shit
if we're
on.
lying, just let me know. Just let me know. It's fine. It's fine.
That's true.
It's fine.
But honestly, I don't even like the green ones, so we can go old ones still. I don't even care.
The old ones are better. It's
Lame.
It's a fact. All right, what's the next one? Okay, we have the 2012 Redeem Team jerseys and the 2023 World Cup jerseys for both for Team
Ooh.
USA.
The 23 World
I like the
Cup
blue in the
jerseys
new
are
one. I'll
ass.
say that.
No, the World Cup jerseys are ass, bro. How the font of the USA and just being close to the collarbone ass makes me feel like I'm standing at the front lines about to serve for my country. And you're not doing that. We are just hooping. It's not that deep.
This is for sure a naval outfit.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
And it has
SEAL Team 6
like that
vibes.
gradient.
Hoorah.
No facts. And it has the gradient, but it's not even like a clear gradient. It's a blocky gradient, and that's even worse. You know how we feel about gradient on this podcast, so do not try and front. Do not try and front.
Bro, look at Walker Kessler. Look at his. He looks like a staff sergeant for sure.
Yo, on God.
Bravo 6, going dock.
That's an American.
Yeah, bro. He looked like he was a part of the ops team to take down Bin Laden, bro. That's how serious it looks. We're just playing basketball. This is not that deep.
Even Jalen Brunson, his ass was for sure in ROTC. He ran those halls.
Bro, sturdy. Yeah, he's sturdy as hell. Of course he was. In all the fucking perfect poses.
Yeah, we're giving 2012 easy. Iconic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next one. These beautiful, you already know which one I'm going with. These beautiful throwback Miami White Hot jerseys versus their city jerseys from last season.
I am offended you would even think I would pick a ransom note jersey. These jerseys fucking suck, and the whiteout jerseys are iconic, incredible. It fit the team perfectly. I think they should be wearing these for the rest of their team's history.
I ain't gonna lie. The ransom ones,
Don't
it
do
was creative, and I kind of like it. But it's not as good as the muted Miami Heat all white. Like the all white just does something to me, man. I don't know what it is. The black accents, it got me, man. I don't like that.
The ransom note, that's something that that you think about and you're like, oh, that would be a good idea. And then you actually see it and it's like, oh, we should have never done this. We should have just stayed away.
Yeah.
Who let him cook? This is terrible.
Exactly.
I will say, this white one looks much better than the black one. The black one looked atrocious. This is like maybe teetering towards mid. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So mid is generous.
Yeah, mid is generous. This is
Yeah, they all suck. All right, what's the
easily
next
2012?
one? All right, we have the Warriors throwbacks from this year, from this past, or from 2 years ago actually, versus the Warriors throwbacks that they used during their title run in 2022.
Easily the one with the red text. That is one of the cleanest throwback jerseys I've seen in the last 10 years. That is incredible. That original picture where they announced it, where Clay had it with the stereo on his shoulder, elite.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They're both actually really, really damn good. But like Isaac said, bro, the stroke on the white stroke on the red font is fucking classic artwork. Hang this up.
Yeah.
I need one of those immediately. Don't matter what player it is, bro.
The contrast.
You can wear this on the street, wear this to the beach. You can wear this at any frat boy party. You can wear this to your gender reveal. It's that type of eliteness.
You guys are letting a little pop of red fool you because it's the 90s throwback. The one where it just has words going across in the slant. The one that Steph is wearing. That one is extremely clean. It works in any era. It is beautiful. And that's the better one.
Wrong.
It feels too safe.
The one with the red, that one has that texture that the Nuggets were wearing back in the Carmelo days. That was the shiny jersey. It was cool when Carmelo was wearing it, not really when Andrew Wiggins is wearing it. So I'm giving Seth the nod.
You won't sway me. It's the red one.
Facts. The red too clean, bro. Red too clean.
And
it also, yeah.
I failed. Next one.
I was finna get in the cuddling class, bro.
All right. We have the Pacers City jerseys from last year and their throwbacks to a Hoosiers team, which is not even a real team that they used about a decade ago.
If you're gonna pull out a fictional jersey, that bitch better be clean. This is horrible.
Both of these are so trash. Get this Paul George, Hickory, Cracker Barrel ass jersey out of my face. This is disgusting, bro.
No, this Tom Sawyer ass jersey. I hate this. It just makes me mad.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
bro.
Otto Graham should wear this.
For what it's worth, though, Cracker Barrel do be lit sometimes.
No, it do not. I don't know where you be
What?
going.
Oh, no.
No, this Little House in the Prairie ass jersey. I hate looking at it. Get this off my screen.
Feel like if you wear this Hickory House jersey, bro, you must have a revolver by your hip ready to point that bitch at anybody. It's mandatory. It comes with it, bro.
No, Clint Eastwood would rock the hell out of this jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
He would love that.
But
He
those
would
new
love that.
Pacers
I don't even
jerseys-
like the new one, but
Yeah.
in comparison, it's incredible.
Incredible is crazy to say, but you're right. It's official. It looks like you're driving NASCAR. It looks like it looks official, dude. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. It's whatever though. It's way better than the Hickory House shit.
Yeah,
Hickory House is a restaurant, a breakfast restaurant in Atlanta, and it's generational, bro.
That's funny.
Bunch
The
of
last
old
one?
white people.
It's a good video. I love when we talk about jerseys. We got one more video to do before we get out of here. Long episode. We're gonna look at. In the past, we did some stuff where we looked at players photoshopped to be bald. Hilarious. Loved it every time. This time, we're gonna look at players photoshopped to have hair. So it's gonna be a hair swap.
Hair
It'll be
swap.
great.
Let's do it. I'm gonna get one of those
If
soon,
it-
y'all. Sorry. We being serious.
If there's one thing, I'm being serious. If there's one thing about us, we're gonna laugh at some hair on this podcast.
100%.
So, rate these NBA hair swaps.
What?
Who is this? Baron Davis?
Why does he look like a bodybuilder? He looks like somebody. He looks like somebody in those exercise videos from the 80s.
Oh no, he for sure has leg warmers on, dancing, doing Zumba.
That headband
I
is
don't know,
too
man.
thick.
I'm getting I know black Dominican vibes from this right here, bro.
100%. Yes.
Yeah, I know black. I know black.
Yes.
I'll give this a 5. It's whatever.
He looks like an insane barber, bro. He looks like one of them Dominican dudes who will fucking get you right with whatever hairstyle you want. Top tier barber.
He looks like he's at the gym playing music out loud on his phone.
Obnoxious as hell. That is true.
I'll give it a 5.
This is a 6 to me.
I can't be higher than a 5. He looks worse than he does normally.
This is a terrible haircut.
True. That's true. But I know this person, so it's a 10. I know who this is.
Mystery man, shout out to you.
This is a real person. I've met this guy in real life. We've had conversations.
That's funny. Next one, Karl Anthony Towns.
Ooh, man, this is the kneecap if I ain't seen one before. Shit.
Listen, I feel like I've been too mean to Cat, so you got it. 'Cause I'm not trying to be too mean.
I'll pick up the slack. This is
disgusting.
Piccolo. This is an elbow. This is a pink eraser. This is a bowling ball. This is a bean, a pinto bean to be specific. This is ants. This is horrible.
This is a brown. This is a brown caged egg. This is fantastic. I love it, bro. This is amazing. I love it, bro.
Caged egg.
Yeah, bro. He's one of them expensive eggs at Whole Foods. You know what I'm talking about. Oh man,
This is the upper middle class egg. That's crazy.
expensive, bro.
This is nasty.
Oh, man.
This is nasty work.
Yeah.
No, this is like this is an incredible woodshop project, sculpted and shined to perfection.
Oh man, his head is kind of like the perfect shape too, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never seen a head so symmetrical. Looks similar to a light bulb. I like it.
To a light bulb.
But I will say he looks better this way. This makes him look like a much more intimidating player. Who you tell me this is a player from the 70s that averaged 15 rebounds a game? I would believe you.
Really? Wow.
To me,
Yeah, this is like
to
you
me,
tell me his name is Artis Gilmore and I'll believe you.
Ben
Nah,
Wackadoo, something like that. That's for sure believable.
that's a perfect nickname for Cat, and I'm gonna start using that moving forward. Ben Wackadoo. I'm writing that down. Thank you.
Pull out the journal.
Uh,
I'll give that a good 8. I think it looks good on him.
yeah, this
Kind of looks like he's doing a Kobe impression, but I like it.
yeah.
4.
There is no reason why he should be screaming like that, though. When you ball too, man, what does he not understand about how he looks in frame? But with that being said, I think this is a 7.
4.
This is a good Photoshop. They're in their bag.
It's too damn good, bro.
I
This person
know.
come from the future?
I know, right? All right, next up, we got Kobe Bryant with LaMelo's hair.
Bro.
Nah.
I just
Nah.
smell the
Nah.
obnoxiousness. I smell the gel. I know the TikTok coming and the dances are coming, bro. I don't know. I don't like that shit. This is just what's his
this
name
guy
on the
for sure
Lakers?
says Riz a lot.
What's his dude name on the Lakers right now that looks on him? Max Christine?
Yeah, Max Christie.
Yeah. God, that looks like him, bro. I don't like it.
Yeah, nah. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Honestly, it could work if he had like a chain or something like LaMelo. If he went full LaMelo and had like the tattoos and the chains, maybe I could do it. But just the hair on it, it's just weird. It's not.
See,
good.
Nah. The funniest part is it's like 30-year-old Kobe face with 16-year-old Kobe hair. If this was like teen Kobe, it'd probably look fine. But it just looks like a guy who's having a midlife crisis who doesn't know who he is anymore.
Facts. And the worst part about this is that like this hairstyle is not meant for Kobe. His head is a little bit too long, and so that back of the mohawk thing, it's out of place. It casts its own shadow. Yeah, no.
You watch a lot of barber YouTube videos, I can tell. I'm gonna give this a good 3, being generous because it's Kobe.
I'll say 4. Just because it's Kobe, I'll give him a 4.
Too nice.
All right, next one. Next one we got the Red Mamba.
You big back baby eats ribs for a living. Oh my goodness, he looks like a truck driver.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
no, he does not look like a truck driver. He looks
What
like,
does he look like?
He looks like a medieval creature. Oh my goodness.
He looks. Yeah, you're right. Pegasus?
No, he looks like the half goat guy from Narnia.
Yes.
This guy was an extra in Game of Thrones for real. Wow, I'm so shocked. This is disgusting.
Oh,
This is
man.
This. He lives beyond the wall. He's a northerner.
Are those his real ears or are the ears photoshopped too? Because if those are his real life ears, we need to have a conversation about Larry Bird. Those are elf ears.
Did him so dirty, bro. The posture is terrible too, man. The beard just looks so greasy. I just imagine him eating ribs. I don't know why. Looks like he's heavy.
It looks like he hunts and scavenges all his food.
Killing live deers and just straight ripping it. Gross.
He's a man of the land.
Low key,
Yeah, bro.
this looks like he was made off of like an Aaron Baines archetype.
Aaron, you were in your bag with that one. This is just Aaron
Right?
Baines' grandfather.
You see it. You see it.
No, this is for sure a grandfather though. This is somebody from another time. This is like an 1880s face.
Thing that's killing
yeah,
me though is that I know his voice sounds stupid as hell with this haircut. It
Oh,
must, dude. It must.
Yeah, but no,
That's
this is a guy who enjoys eating mutton. That's what he does.
This is for sure a muttoner.
Bro, yeah. A muttoner
It's a
who
lamb
works
chop.
at the fucking gas station, bro, filling up my gas tank for me back when they had to in them days. For sure.
That's funny. Hey, I'm gonna give this a 0. I don't like it.
It's
0.
definitely a 0.
0.
I'm like actively afraid of him.
Yeah, Predator. I wanted to say that
Next
too.
one, get him out of here. Next we got Kevin Garnett.
I can see this one. I can see this one in real life. This looks like a real person. And if Kevin Garnett came up in these times, this is what he would look like for real.
Yeah, I've met this guy several times on college campuses.
This is straight up just a Playboy Cardi disciple, fashion god, fashion demon. That's what it is.
This is
bro.
Ken Carson.
Yeah, this is Ken Carson. SoundCloud hella deep. He's so deep on SoundCloud, bro. Still pushing his shit. 60 plays in a month. Hey, he's grinding though.
He for sure only listens to Playboy Cardi leaks, and he makes fun of you if you listen to the actual albums.
Yeah.
He's like, what, you're not?
Yeah, nah. I would give this about an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. This
is very
looks normal.
solid.
He doesn't look terrifying like the last guy.
This is definitely the best one that we've seen.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
you just can't be this big while also like being this misunderstood looking, you know?
Misunderstood.
Yeah, like just
You
looks
know what,
confusing.
low-key though? I feel like he really enjoys slam poetry. He'll just never tell his friends because he'll get made fun of.
They wouldn't understand.
He's a soft side.
I was born in the wrong generation. Lame.
I'm an old soul. No, I might have to lower him to 7 for that. You put a really bad mental image in my mind.
Yeah, no, this is 6. I know some people like this in real life. Get help.
All right, what's next? Next up, we got Manu Ginobili.
Ooh,
Looking
Gustavo.
dapper.
Okay.
80s. Straight
I might
from
have
the
been
80s.
charged, but he
Fact,
looked like he
bro.
finna
This
hand
is
me my
every
towel.
80s movie lead.
Fact.
This is the kid from Karate Kid. This is John Travolta from Grease. Every movie you can imagine, he could be in it.
Every
I just
movie,
picture him like roller skating on the beach with like a fanny pack on. Like this is so 80s.
Being hella smooth too, bro. Every 15-year-old girl at the time used to rave over this man.
Facts, he be dancing. He does a lot of this. I can already tell.
Yeah.
Like
button down car
what does
shorts.
he do? What does he do?
Hey. Hell nah. Yeah.
He be
Man.
snapping his fingers in unison.
Yeah, he's hella smooth. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah. Nah, he's a great salsa dancer.
Dangerous man.
He got that in his bag.
Honestly, this might be our first 10.
This is probably a 10 out of 10 man in general, bro. He
Wait,
knows
no,
how
it's
to
not
cook.
our first 10.
dance.
Oh, wait. I guess consensus. Yeah, you're right.
Easy
I'm gonna
first
give him a 10.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
10
man in general, bro. You can date my daughter. With this haircut for sure.
This man most turned on.
No.
Next up, we got Dirk
Come
with
on, man.
dreads.
Come
Now,
on,
this is
man.
KG's bastard best friend right here, bro. On God, they hang out, bro. This is King Bame's best friend right here.
Come on, man.
This guy works at a record shop. No. This guy works at a thrift store where they sell overpriced clothes to white kids that want to dress vintage. I can already imagine it.
This man is a pothead for sure. He be smoking weed. I told y'all this before. Just because Dirk married a black woman does not mean that we can put dreads on him. We cannot do this. We cannot do this.
Nah, I've seen this guy at Venice Beach several times.
Yeah, bro. He
Frequents
hangs.
that place.
I
Looks
know
like-
who you're talking about.
Yeah, bro.
He's got a Rick and Morty pipe in his back pocket.
Yeah, this dude definitely still lives on the college campus at the big old age of 27. What are you doing with your life, man?
He never left the student housing.
Yeah, bro.
So listen, I know him too. I know him too.
Nah, any white man with dreads, automatic 0. No exceptions. Get him out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
0.
Next up, I don't even know who this is.
This is Pau Gasol. They did him dirty.
This
Word?
is Pau Gasol. Nah, he looks like a dinosaur.
He
Just
looks
one with
like
the
an
skinny
angry
faces and the
bird.
feathers.
He looks like an angry bird.
Yes, he looks like an angry bird, bro.
This is something lizard related.
I'm kind of scared.
Monsters Incorporation?
Ooh. No, he looks like he'd be the bully's like sidekick in an old 80s movie. Like those white kids from the Karate Kid that were bullying the main guy. This could be one of the stooges that stands behind the main one.
True.
This is a stooge. I'll just say that.
Yeah. I feel like he probably was one of the main lead in a movie about bullying, bro. He looked just like a bully, just straight up douche.
He looks like he takes orders.
Yeah.
He's an enforcer.
I think
He's
this
a
is
henchman.
a 4. A henchman. He's a bad one at that. If so, bro.
Yeah.
4.
Listen, it's better than Dirk, but not by much. I'll give him a 2.
I'll go 1. Mo,
Tough critic.
what's the decider?
You kind of talked me into those scores. This might be a 2, actually.
Nice. All right, next up, Magic Johnson.
And he
Look
kind of
like a
looks.
chill
He
dude.
looks kind of clean. He looks kind of clean.
Yeah. Chill dude.
I kind of rock with this.
Yeah. He's
He
he's
kinda
still
looks like
pulling.
Dax.
Dude, he's. Oh my God. That does. Holy shit. Yeah, that does. The nose is killing me, bro.
Oh, this is a YouTuber ass haircut. He looks like he goes to Smash Bros tournaments.
It looks very natural. I feel like if he came in the league 4 years, or I don't know. I can see this.
Smash Bro tournament. So you're telling me he'd be best friends with Jared Allen?
Yes, bro. This is Jared Allen's best friend. This guy lives at DreamCon.
Oh my God, bro. He lives at DreamCon. It's hilarious.
Nasty guy. Nasty guy.
He probably has a weird odor to him too. But shout out to him. This is like a normal dude. I feel like I know him.
Again, this makes Magic Johnson look worse, so it can't be above a 5. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Legend of Zelda master. He's dedicated to his craft. Give me a 6. He's a 6 for sure.
And he may make. I know he said Bazingo a time or 2 in his life.
Oh my god. I'll go 5.
That's fair. Next up, Dwayne Wade.
Ugh.
This looks crazy because it's 40-year-old Dwayne Wade face.
But at the same time, it looks like something Dwayne Wade would do right now. Like
Facts.
like if Dwayne Wade popped out like this, I wouldn't be surprised.
Facts.
He looks like a Japanese rapper.
He low-key tried to do this in his last year. So, I mean, like...
Wait, you're actually right. He
had the braids. He braided his hair.
He did do this.
Now, his braids were tight, though, because he didn't have a lot of hair. I know his head hurt. He had migraines all day.
Man,
but this isn't that bad, though.
Yeah, exactly.
This screams midlife crisis to me.
It looks like Shay is his number one inspiration with this, bro. You're too old to be putting off poses like this, for sure.
No,
man.
Listen, look, we talked about people who look like they did slam poetry. He does slam poetry. He enjoys it. He's in an oversized sweater doing.
He wears Rick Owens exclusively. I can tell.
I like that. Them big old boots.
I think
Big old boots.
this has to be a 5. This is just straight up mid.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. It's fine.
I'll go 5. Mid.
And that's our last one. And that is also the end of the episode. Again, apologize for the first 2 hours having the worst audio of all time. Hopefully TikTok's been a little better. Yeah, man. Mo, what should people comment if they're still here?
The exterminator is on the way. Still, I need to be freed because the job is not done yet, bro.
Comment, get Mo out of the hood.
Please.
I want to see that all. I want to see. Let's get Mo out the hood. Let me see that in the comments.
Let's go.
Please.
See y'all next time.